Now live. Nice. All right. I wanted to go live because I haven't gone live in a while. So why should I be why should I not go live at all? I should be able to go live, right? It's not, you know, I was sick, but I feel so much better now, and I don't feel sick at all anymore. So, and I wanted to go live today, and I'm not gonna go live too much. I'll probably be live for 2 hours, maybe less. We'll see. Depends how many people join this live chat. If it's a lot of people, then obviously I'll stay here for a bit. If it's like no one joining at all, then I'm not gonna say in the live chat that no one joins the live chat. So I did say I was gonna be live 1 p.m. Eastern time. So no one could give me the excuse and say that I didn't tell anyone anything, because I did put this on chat everywhere. So water's good. Hope everyone's having a great day. Happy Saturday. Thank you for being live on my chat. I really appreciate it. I wanted to go live because maybe someone would want to ask me questions about about a job they're looking for, or maybe they want some sort of like IT advice. I don't know. I'm just joining because of that. Like maybe someone has a question, they need help with something. Maybe they want me to look at their resume. Maybe they want me to go over something. I don't know. I said I was gonna go live chat. I said I was gonna go live. It's more to help people. It's not about me. It's more about other people, helping other people. So I'm not gonna be. I'm not here. I'm not here for me. I'm here to help you guys. So if you guys want to ask me anything, or if you guys want to join this live chat, let me know, and I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link to this live chat, and I'll let you know. I send you the link. There's a button right here. Let me see where it is. Um, Copy stream link. There we go. All right. So let's see. Let's see here. Hey, Kevin. Hey, what's the best way to learn Linux? GM, good morning. Good morning, Tim. If you want to learn Linux, you wanna watch there's this guy that talks about Linux. I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for asking me. There's this guy I'm subscribed to show you who I'm talking about. He doesn't make that many videos anymore, but he does have a lot of videos on Linux. So okay, Danish, to answer your question, I'm gonna share my screen with you just so you can see it, right? So let me share my screen with you. Hopefully you see my screen. Yeah. So in order for you to like, I recommend going into The Last Human Linux. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but he does go over Linux like crazy. So he is one channel I recommend if you want to go over Linux. Another channel I recommend is Professor Messer. Professor Messer started doing Linux now. So if you want to do Linux, he actually goes over Linux commands and stuff like that. So you might want to watch Professor Messer as well. And I'll give you the link to both of them. So Professor Messer is one of them. So you could watch Professor Messer. I'll give you the link right there. And then you could watch this other guy. He's called The Last Human Linux. It's pretty good, actually. So I'm going to give you him as well. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right. Yeah. So that Professor Messer, he does the basics of Linux and stuff like that. So definitely you could go over that. Hey, do you work on Linux systems? No, I don't. I don't do Linux. I do Windows. I'm a Microsoft Windows server guy. So. How many years did you work first line IT? Me? Like a year and a half, I think. About a year and a half. What do you prefer, working one or two? I like working level 2 support. I always been a level 2 support guy. It's because run I think I'm just gonna say run, I guess. It's because I get frustrated. I get frustrated when when I'm only doing level 1. I get frustrated because I don't have access to do everything. So I'd rather be level 2 than level 1, because when you do level 1, you only have access to like do password resets and probably access to adding people to groups and stuff like that, but then you don't have access to do everything. So the reason why I like doing level 2 support is because I have access to do more stuff. I don't have to escalate anything. I don't have to ask someone else. I don't have to talk to a server admin. I don't have to ask a bunch of people to do stuff for me. You know, I don't like doing that. Like I rather do it myself, if that makes sense. I'm the kind of guy that I prefer to do things by myself and learn how to do it than actually ask someone for help, if that makes sense. I'll ask for help here and there. I don't know everything, you know, so I will ask for help. But the problem is that, you know, I'd rather have access to do it, because I don't like escalating anything and I don't like asking for help, because sometimes the people that have access to do it, they take forever to do it, or they're too busy. You know, they don't have time to do it. So I'd rather just give me access to do it and I'll do it myself. You know, that's basically how I look at it. Um, how is the world of cloud computing? I mean, I have completed a big data looking for a job. Danish, if you try to do Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Azure covers cloud computing in such a way that everything's going to cloud. So look at Microsoft Azure. Did you go to college for IT? No, I did not go to college for IT. I don't have a college degree in IT. I've been busy today getting BitLocker installed on Windows computers, encryption. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, we use SecureDoc, Systech. We use SecureDoc for hard drive encryption. Let me see if I can. Oh, here we go. I'm like, what? I'm like, why? I'm like, where's the link? I want to share my link with Zoom with everyone. Why can't I do that? And it's right here. Here it is. Here it is, guys. So if you guys want to join the Zoom meeting with me and have a conversation with me live right now, just click on that link and you could join the Zoom meeting with me. We could just talk if you want to. You want to talk about your day, how your day is going, just anything, you know. Right now, everyone, you know, right now everyone is working from home, or right now people are at home. So you might want to talk to me, or you might want to just talk to someone. You know, you don't know. Like I don't know what's going on with you guys, but maybe you want to have a conversation with me about IT, or maybe you want to talk about IT, maybe you want to talk about anything. So the link's right there. So if you want to join the Zoom meeting, it's live right now. If you want to join the Zoom meeting, you could go ahead and join the Zoom meeting, and then we could talk and stuff like that. So. Dude, what's the best hands-on approach in learning Mac OS X without a Mac computer? Oh, Jerry. Jerry's joining. Cool. I have a I have Mac OS X on a virtual box. So if you want to do that, you could do that. So someone else is joining. Hey Jerry, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you, Kevtech?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's Saturday. Can't complain. It's all right.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what's going on over here. Someone's asking me a question. Did you see the increased usage of Team at your work lately? We don't use Team in my job. No one uses Teams in my job. We use Skype and we use Zoom. Zoom has been crazy right now. Like we're giving licenses to everyone in Zoom. So Zoom is crazy right now. Increased Team. Yeah, we're not using Teams right now. They asked me like, do you want me to create a Teams account for you? And I'm like, I'm okay. I don't want one right now. Zoom has security issues right now. It's currently popping the news lately. Yep. I'll join the Zoom meeting if available. Okay. All right.
Hey, I've got a question for you.
What's up, Jerry?
Hey, have you heard of Jitsi? It's kind of like Zoom, but it's called Jitsi, Jitzi, I believe. It's open source.
No, I'm more familiar with Blue Jeans. I'm more familiar with Blue Jeans. I'm familiar with Cisco WebEx, and I'm familiar with Skype, and I'm familiar with GoToMeeting. Those are the only apps I'm familiar with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's another guy in YouTube that is doing that, and he uses Jitsi, and it's actually you can actually download it to a server, of course, in Linux, which I don't know Linux, but he's got a video on it. I'll see if I can find his link and I'll post it on the YouTube.
Sounds good. Yeah, see, some of the problem with me is like some of the videos that I want to make, you have to pay for it. Like some of the licenses, you have to pay for it. So like, I don't have money to pay for these licenses. Like if I did, then I would purchase them. That's the problem that I'm struggling with right now. Like I was talking to someone yesterday on LinkedIn because some people have me on LinkedIn. So they're like, Kevin, why do you not make a video on Cisco? And I'm like, I need to buy Cisco routers and I need to buy a Cisco license. I can't really do those kinds of videos. If I have a license for that, then I'll do it. But you got to pay for that. That's the problem. Like some of these things you have to pay for it. Otherwise, I would make a video on it. But I was just sending me a message over here. Give me a second. But Jerry, I am super excited right now. You know why I'm excited? I'm excited right now because I'm in the process of making, you know how you have like a playlist? I am in the process of making a whole playlist where I go over entry level help desk, desktop support, tech support, and I'm going to go over everything you need to know from the beginning to the end of everything you need to know if you're trying to get a job in IT. So I'm going to start making a bunch of videos on Active Directory, creating a lab, creating an Exchange account, creating accounts on Active Directory, adding a computer to a domain, creating shared drive permissions. I'm going to start going over that one by one on everything. And I'm going to make a playlist on that. And it's going to be like a course. It's going to be like a 20+ hour course where I go over step by step how to do these things and what you should be knowing, what you should know, and what you should prepare for a job interview. So I'm excited about that. I am going to make a video on that. That's going to be
good.
Sorry?
I said that is great. That is really good.
Yeah. So I am super I'm super amped about that because I'm gonna make like you know how we have a playlist? I'm gonna make a playlist of courses going from the beginning all the way to the end of everything you need to know. So it's basically I'm training you and preparing you for the job interview or for the job that you're trying to get if you're doing like help desk or IT support. So I'm gonna make a whole playlist on that. So that it's probably gonna be like 25 or 30 videos. I'm not 100% sure right now, but we'll see. I'm gonna start making that. So that's gonna be very, very interesting. And it's gonna
that is interesting.
mm-hmm.
I currently have a Dell server here in my home, an R620.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 drives, and I did not put SSDs on it. I wanting to, but I got the 4 Dell hard drives. They're 10,000K spinning hard drive, and working pretty good. It's not that bad. I put in VMware on it, and I was working on the virtual machines on it. I have 32 gigs of RAM on it. The only thing that I want to learn more is how you can remote access the computer that is in the VMware. That is my next step, so I'm not in VMware accessing the computer that is in there. Kind of like SSH, I guess.
Yeah.
To remote into it, from my laptop and leave the server just running. So that's what my next step of learning.
Yeah, I still haven't gone over everything yet because people have been waiting for me to make a video on PowerShell, and I haven't made a video on that either. But like, I have so much going on right now at my job, and a lot has happened to me the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you checked my community chat, so that's the reason why I haven't been live as much because a lot of things happened to me the last couple of weeks. So it's just I have my own personal problems to deal with, if that makes sense. So that's the reason why I haven't been making videos as much. So yeah. I mean, I'm okay now, but it was just, a lot of craziness, a lot of stuff happening for me. So that's the reason why that's the reason I was going live every single day. and I'm not doing that anymore because I had my own personal problems to deal with. So that's the reason why I haven't been going live and stuff like that.
Right, right. And then
Yeah,
you're in Eastern. Are you by New York area?
I'm in New York. I live in New York.
You
It's
live
a
in New
it's
York.
it's
Oh wow,
a
yeah,
it's a pandemic over here right now. You can't even do anything.
absolutely. Yeah, I've been listening to the news and seeing the news, and yeah, New York pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just pretty much stay indoors. That's pretty much what I'm doing here, and I live in South Texas, San Antonio area, and
Yeah, I've been in Dallas before. I love so my job, our headquarters is in Dallas,
oh, okay,
I work with the Dallas IT team, and I love Dallas. I miss Dallas. I've been in Dallas twice already. Actually, three times already. I love Dallas.
okay,
I'm a big Texas fan. I love Dallas. So
yeah, I'm 7.5 hours away from Dallas, South.
yeah, I love that. I love my people from Dallas. Like I went out drinking with them, my coworkers, people that they're not even IT related. There's like financial people. I went out drinking with them as well. So
Right?
people from Dallas are super friendly. I love people from Dallas. So
Yeah, yep.
never had issues with anyone in Dallas, honestly. And they were super nice to me. They took me out to eat. They took me out to a couple of steakhouses and stuff like that. And I had different types of barbecue, and it was extremely good over there. So
Oh yeah,
definitely will visit again. I love Dallas. Like it was one of the states that I liked. So definitely will
yeah.
visit again.
Oh yeah.
And I think I gained like 3 pounds or something when I went to Dallas because it's just like so much food. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
wouldn't stop giving me food. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how we greet people over here in Texas. Take
Yeah,
care.
they're just like trying to kill me with all the food. I'm like, what is going on right now? This is too much. Like, no, Kevin, you're fine. Eat up. You're skinny. Eat up because I am skinny. Like, eat up. I'm like, no, I don't want any. It's too much food, man.
Yep.
He's trying to kill me over here. But I love Dallas, and I got to other states as well, not just Dallas. I just like every state. Everyone's super friendly and nice, so I haven't had any issues with anybody. So it's good.
Yeah.
So I can't complain about that. And I told them like when I told them when all this is over, we're gonna do beer pong, and I'm gonna go to Dallas, and we're gonna do beer pong when I come over there and hang out with you guys. We're doing beer
Yep.
pong because they don't play beer pong over there. I'm like, we're gonna play beer pong. We're gonna play the right way when I go over there. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they everything was free for me when I went over there. So nice to hear from you. I was concerned about your health, being that you're in New York. Well, I will be do the needful to follow this later or tomorrow. Sounds good, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, I'm okay. I was sick, by the way. So in case anyone was wondering, I was sick, but it's not that thing. It had allergies. So my allergies like really messed me up. Like it really beat the living hell out of me. But now I'm back to normal again. So and also it's because I work out. So when when you exercise, you don't get sick as much and you don't get allergies as much. So I work out like crazy. So I was sick one day and I worked out and it went away after that. So I feel fine now after that. So I do have my exercises that I do. So
Hi, can you guys hear me?
hey, how you doing? I hear you.
Hi, it's Rune. Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Actually, you mentioned exercise. Find it funny. Sitting doing the first line work, sitting 8 hours a day. It's pretty important. I found out.
Yeah, I used to be so a lot of people don't know. I used to be 200 pounds. For people that don't know this, I used to be
Oh,
200 pounds, and I weigh 145 right now. But I used to be 200
good
pounds,
job.
and I'm short. I'm only like 5'4", so I can't be 200 pounds. It's too much.
Oh
So
yeah, that's a good job.
yeah, so I used to be
Did you
really
work out a lot
overweight.
or just change your diet?
I changed my diet and I work out. I used to do 2 to 3 hours of running, like 2 to 3 miles of running every single day. So I ran
There
every
you go.
single day. I ran for 2 to 3 miles every single day, and I did 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups every day for a whole month, and then
That's
I lost 50 pounds in 6 months.
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, so that's when I went in with my exercise. Now I've been stuck at like 148, 150. You know, it's a water weight. So like I'm stuck at 148, 150.
I mean, that's probably a good weight for you for your height.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
So
did you keep up with the motivation during those times?
with me it was more like self-reflection, but also I used to do martial arts, so I got disciplined because of that. I'm a yellow belt, and I'm a yellow belt in Japanese jiu-jitsu. So I got disciplined because of that, because of my martial arts and
Oh,
self-defense.
cool.
So that's what it was. So a lot of people don't know that, but I did do martial arts. I did do 4 years in NYPD as well. So I did go to the academy for training and stuff like that. So there's like a background story of me.
A
So
lot of discipline going on, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. So that's
Oh,
basically.
that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm. But I used to be really, really fat and overweight, and then I lost all that weight. Thank you, Jerry. Can you make a Bitcoin mining tutorial? And I'm not doing a video on that. You're funny. Yeah, so I used to be okay, I see what you're talking about, Jerry. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I used to be really, really big, and then um my pants, I was a size 40, and now I'm a size 28.
Thought you had to get a new wardrobe, I guess.
Yeah, I changed my whole wardrobe because I used to be
Sounds
really
expensive.
overweight. Yeah, yeah. So, but I've been
Good
able to
on you.
keep. I'm sorry.
No, I said just good on you. I did the same thing, but
Yeah.
before I started working in first line IT work, I was pretty big. But after I was able to change it, just by changing my diet, basically.
Yeah, I changed my diet, and I still eat whatever I like, but I just work out. You just work out. If you work out, you'll be fine. And there's also
Definitely.
it's calories in, calories out. So like if you're gonna eat a lot of food, obviously you're gonna get fat. But if you know what you're eating and what you're putting in your body, you're not gonna get fat. So
What I learned was actually if they say that working out, going to the gym will lose you grams. We use kilos here, so I'm not too familiar with pounds. That type.
mhm.
I don't know. Sorry, English is my second language, so I'm not quite. I'm missing out some words, but
What
the
do you
diet is the
speak?
most important.
What's your
Um,
what's your main
I,
language?
I'm from Norway, so like
Oh, okay.
Norwegian. But yeah, we speak English here as well, usually.
Got it. Got it.
Sorry, my son's going to bed.
It's okay. It's okay. No worries.
But yeah, actually, talking about going to the gym, moving your body, so important for us working in IT because we're
Oh yeah,
the people who
we have
sit
people that
all
work
day.
IT that they sit all day and do nothing.
I did buy, I'm gonna admit, I did buy this small type of bicycle where you put it under your desk. I can bicycle on it. I don't know how to explain this, but it's like a miniature bike. It's with pedals. It's just small. It works quite well, but it's a bit, my office chair starts sliding when I use it. So I didn't find a good solution for that, but that helps actually. I try to incorporate those things into my daily routine.
Yeah, I do. So my routine is I do about a mile and a half of cardio, and then I do pull ups and chin ups. I have a pull up bar, so I do pull ups and chin ups, and then I do kettlebell training. And that's basically what
Oh,
I
that's
do.
great.
I do that every day, basically, and that's why I don't get fat or I don't gain weight because take
Wow,
care of myself.
that's good. I mean, you get like both strength and cardio, so generally gives you good health all over. That's great.
Yeah, yeah. So we like it's not even me. My brother works out too, so we work out like crazy. Like I used to not like exercise, but now I like exercise. And I feel better. Like when you exercise, you feel so much better when you work out. Like your body feels better, and you
Yeah,
sleep better too. Actually, so.
absolutely. It's better for your mental health as well.
Yeah. So, and I was sick. Like I don't know what the hell I had, but I had like allergies like last week and the week before. I was sick for 2 weeks, and now I feel fine now. But it was allergies. It wasn't anything else. It was just allergies. So
What allergies? Pollen?
yeah, the change of weather like messed me up, and then my nose was running, and then my eyes were both red, and then my eyes were burning the living hell
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
me. That's allergies. That's not anything else but allergies. So I had that,
yeah. I
and
hear you.
then I couldn't smell anything, and then after 2-3 days, it went back to normal, which is crazy, you know.
Yeah, it's I had the same thing. It's like worse when it's spring and it's it gets better after a while, but in the beginning it's just really bad.
hmm Yeah, I was like, what is going on with me right now? What the hell is this? And then I started exercising, working out, and drinking water, and then eventually, after a few days, it went away. So
Cool.
yeah, it's just I don't know what the hell was that all about. So that's why I haven't been going live or anything. Like I usually go live every day, and I haven't gone live is because I was extremely sick. Like I don't want to be sneezing and coughing the entire time while being on live video. I'm not gonna do that, to everyone.
Yeah.
It's just that's crazy. So
Yeah, well, it's allergies time as well, and if you sneeze nowadays, people are gonna think you got the virus, so you
yeah,
better
yeah,
watch out.
yeah,
That's what they.
exactly, exactly. Like you cough a little bit or you sneeze a little bit, everyone runs away from you.
Yeah, it's like almost people are gonna call the police on you or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I heard it. You guys got it pretty bad in New York. I hope you guys are staying okay.
I mean, I'm okay right now. My unfortunately my godparents got it. They got sick. They got really really
Oh
really sick.
wow.
My godparents got it, and my godfather he has high blood pressure and he's diabetic, so he had that thing, and he feels better now, but he had it, and he was really really sick. Um,
Hope it gets better.
and he's 76, by the way. And then my
Oh wow.
my 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 cousin, she works for EMT. She got it too, so she got really really sick too.
Oh
She's a lot better now, but she got really really sick. She works EMT for in New York, so she got really really sick. And then I'm like, what
wow.
the hell is going on right now? And then they got really sick. And then um where I live is a red zone. Like there's different zones in New York. Where I live is a
Yeah.
red zone, so like everyone in that zone has the virus. So I haven't been going
Gosh.
outside because of that.
So basically, do you guys have like door to door like food grocery delivery or something?
Right now, no, we don't have that over here.
So everything is closed down?
No, we have stuff that's open, but you just got to be careful when you go outside. So
So we should go to 7-Eleven or one of the grocery stores. People are gonna go like circles around you.
yeah, they doing they're basically doing like you can only have a certain amount of people in the store. You can't have everyone in the store. You can only have like 3 people in the store, and then everyone has to distance themselves, basically.
Yeah, same thing here. Yeah, yeah, we were hit pretty hard as well, but it's it's going down. The numbers are going down.
hmm
Hopefully in New York it will soon too.
Yeah. So here is pretty bad. My that's why you guys haven't seen me on as much either, because my aunt died from the virus, and then my uncle
Oh
died from
man,
my uncle died
sorry to
from the
hear that.
virus. My uncle died from the virus as well. So that's the reason
Wow.
why I haven't been on as much on YouTube, is because my aunt died and my uncle died because of the virus. So it's
Oh
just
my. Sorry
you
about your
know
loss.
I've been grieving over that for the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks. So it's just people
Well,
people that I know are dying around me. The people that I know are dying around me.
oh,
So it's just like
crazy.
I don't want to be online because of that. It's just
Of course, yeah.
it's just like I can't be online. So that's the reason why I haven't been online as much. Even Donish Donish from Job Skills Share, he knows that people. He knows what's going on with me. People are just dying around me, so it's just I'm not gonna be on. I mean,
Oh,
obviously, I can't be online, so that's why.
at least you're here now. I mean, you're able
Yeah.
to go here, so.
Yeah. Yes, people are hiring in New York. Someone was just asking me. They are hiring in New York.
They are
There are
now?
jobs. Yeah, there are jobs available in New York.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. People are hiring,
Well,
and they're doing like remote job interviews. So like, if you're gonna do a job interview, they'll do it like with a video or whatever. Like what we're doing right now with Zoom. They'll do that with you. So
yeah, I mean, I read that people don't really hire during these days, but I mean, that's a good thing, if ever.
yeah. So
So is it a lot of first line jobs in New York generally?
they're hiring right now. Yeah, I keep getting emails from people trying to hire me or ask me if I know anyone that does IT support like level 1. So I keep getting
Cool.
emails from people from LinkedIn. So
Yeah, I experienced the same thing in LinkedIn. Although I worked in a couple of years in, I live in Norway. I'm Norwegian, but I lived in the Philippines for a couple of years doing first line work there, as it was an account that was outsourced from Norway. It was quite good, but I did get some messages like, oh, we have an opportunity here in Philippines, but I declined it for now.
yeah, yeah, they are hiring right now in New York. Even like level 1 jobs and level 2 jobs, and a lot of these jobs require you to know Active Directory, account creation, distribution groups, Exchange 365, and some PowerShell. You have to know PowerShell. That it's a requirement now. If you're doing
Yep.
level 1 support, you have to know PowerShell.
Wow. Okay. So, but I
Yeah.
mean, you're just gonna write some commands or stuff, and usually they put that in KBs. I don't know if that's the correct term for it.
Yeah, that is a knowledge. They have a knowledge base for all that. You just gotta follow the instructions and then copy and paste and then put it on PowerShell.
Yep.
So yeah, so
Do you sometimes in the first line they do like re-imaging of the computers
mhm,
through like a script,
mhm.
like in commands. So that's pretty time consuming, I guess.
Yeah, with us, we use Ivanti as our imaging system. So we image the laptops with Ivanti. And usually if it's an IT issue, that's a software issue or something wrong with their account, we just re-image the whole computer. We're not gonna waste our time with that. I spend like 3 hours or 4 hours troubleshooting. There's no point in troubleshooting three
Yeah.
hours, 4 hours. So we just re-image the whole computer and just give them another computer.
So how
So
long does it take to do a reimage?
ideally, if no one's using the imaging, because it's a server and there's a lot of people trying to use it in the network. If there's no one on the network and it's just you imaging, it'll probably take like an hour and 20 minutes, which is not
Oh,
that
okay.
bad. But if it's a lot of people trying to image, it's gonna take a lot longer. It'll probably take 3 hours or something like that. So it depends who's using the imaging software. At the time, you might have like 10 people trying to image at the same time. So it might be
Oh
a lot
gosh.
the
Yeah.
bandwidth might be a lot slower, it's just, and the office I work in, there was no image before. Like it wasn't supported before. You couldn't image at all. But now I'm able to image in the office I work in. And then the other office in New York, because we have other offices, I'm able to image there as well. Before I would have to ask IT in Dallas to image it for me, image the computer for me, and then send it to me. And then I had to log in as the user and test everything. But now they don't do
Ah.
any of that. Now everything is done by me now. So like if someone has, say for example, someone starts on Monday, I order a laptop for them through our ordering website. I order monitors for them and I order a Cisco phone for them. Everything will come to me. I set up their Cisco phone and I have a series of was a 66 block, like the bunch of numbers I have, a bunch of block numbers. I assign them a phone number. I assign them in Cisco Call Manager and I give them a number. And then I have to create their account. Then I have to create them on Skype, on the Skype server. Then I have to assign them a number. I assign them a PIN for their Skype video conferencing calls and stuff like that. And then I have to assign them a license for Zoom. And then I have to log in as them, and I have to create their mailbox. I have to create their account, and I have to make sure their Cisco call manager, everything's up to date, everything is working. So all those things I do, I take care of all those things from the beginning all the way to the end. And then I set up their hardware equipment as well in their office. So I do all that. I'm in
You
charge of
seem
all
to be
that.
the go-to guy, everything IT basically.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I do all that. I do all that. So that's
Oh,
what
that's
it
cool.
is. Yeah.
So how many people are you on your account? Like how many, like how big is your account? Like in your coworkers, how many guys are you working?
So we used to have level 1 support. We don't have that anymore. So now it's just everyone does level 2 support. So it means they have access to do everything. We have about 6 people in total.
Oh, just 6. Okay.
Yeah, 6 people in total. And we have in New York, we only have one IT guy. That's me. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like you're busy, I guess.
Yes, I'm very busy. And we have about 32 employees in our New York office, and then we recently Jerry, I don't have, let me respond to Jerry, not yet. So our company bought other companies as well. So we bought those companies. So now I have to do IT support for them as well. So it's 32 employees in New York, plus another 32 employees from another company that we bought.
Sounds like you have long days as well.
Yes.
I'm only guessing.
Yes. So like,
There's no more 8-hour days.
Their system is different. They're not their system's set up differently from our system. So like, I'll give you an example. Like I'm doing Cisco Call Manager over here. They don't have Cisco Call Manager. Not yet. We haven't moved them over yet. So I'm dealing with Mitel as well.
But do you work in the same ticket system?
Yes. So the other company has their own IT guys, but they're all in our system now. And then their phone system hasn't been moved over yet. So I'm taking care of Cisco stuff, but I'm also taking care of Mitel stuff. And then their setup is a lot different from our setup. So I'm dealing with their stuff as well. So like I'm dealing with a bunch of error messages from SQL servers. I'm dealing with a website being down because of production or something like that. I'm dealing with a bunch of weird issues I've never seen before because their system is not the same as our system. Because we just obtained them. We just grabbed them. We just took that company. So their system obviously is not going to be the same as our system. So I have to figure out how to troubleshoot their issues as well.
Yeah, it's just like you're learning like valuable information, you know.
Yeah, so they have their own unique system that is unique to their company. So I have to deal with that as well. So any weird IT issues that they're having, we have to deal with that as well. Even though they're not, 100% in our system yet, we still have to deal with those people because they're eventually going to get moved over to our systems. So we have to deal with that.
But may I ask, what kind of ticket system do you use?
We use Remedy.
Oh, okay. Never heard of it, actually.
No?
Remedy. I need to look that up.
Yeah, we use Remedy, and now the IT techs from that company, because we bought the company and the IT techs with them as well. So they're part of our team now. So I deal with them as well. So those people that work with us, I deal with them as well. And I actually work well with them. We work well together actually. So
that's great.
I don't have issues with any of them. And I actually went out to eat with them too. So it's kind of cool. They have their own system. So like when I don't know something, I just ask them. I'm like, hey, this person's having this weird issue on 365, Microsoft Office 365. Do you know how to fix that issue? And they're like, yeah, I know how to fix it. I'll show you how to do it. Come over here. I'll show you how to do it. So
yeah, that's great.
Like, stuff like that, like, because they're on a different system. They're not in the same system as us. It's not ideally you want everyone to be on the same system, and you want everyone to have the same computer, and you want everyone to be uniform across the whole company. But that doesn't work that way. You're gonna deal with a bunch of weird issues,
I guess.
Yeah. So, and we're using Remedy. So it's just right now we're using Remedy. We don't use ServiceNow. Eventually, we want to move everyone over to ServiceNow, but we're not gonna do that right now. So
But you will change to ServiceNow eventually, you know?
Yeah,
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have way
Cool.
too much going on in my job, and even I'm in charge of ordering phones for people too. So like if someone wants a company cell phone, I will order it for them. So they want like a phone, a company iPhone, I will order it for them. So
Oh, okay. So you do you also follow up their orders like, oh, my phone didn't arrive yet. Where is it? You know, can you help me? Stuff like that.
yeah. I handle all that. I handle my position's a little weird. I have a weird position. So
In my country, we call you what we would call you a potato because you could be used for everything. That's what that's what we would
you
say.
said a potato.
Yeah, potatoes can be used for every meal. Basically, that's what we say. That's just a saying here. But yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, with me it's like I'm a sponge. So like
Yeah.
some of the stuff that people are troubleshooting in their job, they never seen before, but I seen it before because I worked in an MSP environment. So when you work in an MSP environment, you have to deal with a lot of different technologies. So I dealt with a lot of different, like when you work in an MSP environment, the technology is different in one company, and then somewhere else is not the same thing either. Everyone has their own different technology. So like I give you a hypothetical example, like a week ago, someone had an issue with Bloomberg, which is a financial application, and
Hmm.
they're asking me about it. Like, I never seen this program before. How do you fix that? And I'm like, I know how to fix it. Let me show you how to fix it. And then I seen that before, in one of my other jobs. So it's like
Yeah.
I have to take a step back and remember what I did in my old job in order for me to fix that problem. That keeps happening to me.
Yeah, it's worth its gold, you know, what
Yeah,
you learned before. Yeah, that's great.
yeah. The documentation and remedy. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like I have to take a step back, and I'm like, what did I do to fix this issue in my other job? And then I try to remember it, and I'm like, okay, I know how to fix this now. So then I go back into the user's computer or the client's computer, and I fix their problem. But yeah, like I have to go back in time. That's the thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that's the issue. That's the one issue I'm having is where I have to remember something that I haven't done in a while, and then I have to go back in time, basically, with some of these IT issues that we're having. So
Yeah, there's a lot of those things you really can't learn in school. You know, it's just one of those things.
yeah, exactly. Like I had this issue where someone couldn't play someone this has happened to me this week. So someone couldn't play they couldn't play any audio videos on their computer. Have you ever seen that before? You seen that before? No. So someone had an issue where they couldn't play any audio videos on their computer. So it doesn't work on IE and it doesn't work on Chrome. So
Oh, okay.
basically their sound doesn't work, like the video doesn't render at all. It doesn't work at all. Have you seen that before?
Not that I remember.
Yeah, like so I looked at their computer and let me check your device manager. And I went into the sound settings, and then they had an update pending. So I updated their sound, and then it required me to restart the computer. I restarted the computer, and then all their audio videos were working after that. So the YouTube videos, everything was working after that. None of the videos will work. No matter what video he clicked on, it wouldn't work. So I updated the drivers on his device manager, restarted his computer, and then his computer worked fine after that. So it's just like a bunch of weird issues that, it's just
Yeah,
random
that is
issues.
strange.
Yeah, it's just random issues you see when you work in IT. It's just,
Yeah, not really common as well, I believe.
yeah, exactly. It's just like random. It's like one-offs, like one-off issues. Yeah, so
Definitely.
those are the types, those are the weird issues that I deal with. Like it's just doesn't make any sense. It's just like, and then sometimes, and you probably could relate to me. Sometimes you spend 2-3 hours troubleshooting an issue with someone, and you fix the problem, and then you don't remember how you fix it.
Yeah, exactly. I experienced a weird thing. There is in Microsoft Outlook, Outlook to 2016 is the one we use at work, and there's this one issue where one of the add-ins keeps being disabled. I don't know if you ever heard about that issue.
Which add-in?
Oh, let me see which one it is. I think I forgot. I think maybe it's the Skype add-in, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this
Oh,
create
okay.
like under the calendar.
Yeah, that's a Skype add-in. So usually when that
Yeah.
happens, it's because in COM add-ins, the add-in is disabled, or you're missing a prerequisite, like you're missing a requirement software that works with Skype. That's usually the issue to fix that problem.
All right. So what we figured out is we enable it, and everything is working just fine. But as long after you close Outlook and restart it, it keeps getting disabled. So we figured a way how to disable that happening using regedit. It's pretty complex, but some of those things are just strange.
Yeah, like that sounds like the add-in is messed up. So you might have to run a repair, or you might have to run a repair on Skype, or you might have to run a repair in the Microsoft Office suite, uninstall Skype, and then reinstall Skype again, and that might fix that problem. So, like little things like that will fix it. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and also I seen that issue happen before. When you're missing C++ runtime the Visual Studio. If you're missing C++ Visual Studio on Skype, it doesn't work on Outlook. It keeps not loading on Outlook because you're missing requirements that come with Skype. So Skype is now, you just install it on your computer, and we're talking about Skype for Business, not regular Skype. So Skype for Business, you need to have C++, Visual Studio 2012, and a bunch of other stuff. You can't just install it. It doesn't work that way. You have to have requirements for it. So if you're missing certain requirements for it, the add-in will disable itself. It just does it by default.
Okay, that is cool. Thanks for that.
Yeah. So usually it's a bunch of stuff that you need to have in order to fix that. If it's not that, then usually it's Microsoft Office, the application. You have to uninstall Skype. You run a full repair of Microsoft Office. It's going to prompt you to restart. You restart, then you reinstall Skype again, and then it works fine after that. That will fix that problem. I seen that.
I'll take a note of that. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I seen that issue before. So it's just like from stuff that I see, because I deal with Skype all the time. So
yeah, definitely. I don't know. I figure out a lot of people say that Teams is working better than Skype. The quality is better. I heard that a couple of times actually. Teams
is so much better, but there's some companies that still use Skype. I'm gonna, if your company, it's whatever your company is using, and I'm not gonna argue with anyone. Like if that's what they want to use, that's what they want to use. I'm just. I'm just the IT guy. I'm not a CTO or anything. I can't stop you from using a product.
Whatever is good for them. That's how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. Like whatever product you want to use, you go ahead and use that product. I'm not gonna be the one that I'm not gonna tell you, oh, you can't use that. You're not allowed to use that. I'm like, no, that if your job requires that, then you have to have it. So.
Yep.
So. And you're not a manager, I'm not a manager, so it's whatever the CTO wants you to use. We have these products, and then you have to keep in mind that a lot of people don't think about when you have some of these products like Skype or Slack or Teams or whatever. You have to keep in mind that some of these products, you have to make sure that they're compliance assured. So basically, compliance could keep track of the conversations. Compliance could keep track of what you do in these products. They're able to see what you're doing from an HR perspective. From an HR perspective, you want to make sure the product is assured with HR and compliance approval, and IT is able to track everything. That's the only way you could use that product. If you don't have any of those things, then obviously you're not allowed to use that product. They're not going to allow it in your company or in your job. So that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, it's something to think about for sure.
Yep. So what do you do?
Well, I do first line, but also I touch on to second line at times in the account that I'm working. So
Mhm.
you know, it depends. It's a bit the spec. I don't know how to explain this, but the spectrum of the issues, IT issues that we encounter is pretty broad. There's a lot of things we encounter as well.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna encounter some weird issues you've never seen in your life before. Like it's just
Yeah, and in the account I'm working right now, I've been working there for about, I think about 8 months in this account, and I'm still encountering new issues. It's pretty crazy, let me tell you that.
it's
But
funny.
in my last job, after 6 months, I was pretty much, I knew every problem that I encountered, but in this account, there's a lot more to it. That's just how it is. I'm learning more, so.
Yeah, learning is always good. It's always good to you're gonna encounter issues you've never seen before, and you have to. This is why I tell people that you have to use you have to sorry, I'm looking at my phone because someone's messaging me. You have to use common sense, and you have to understand the fundamentals of an operating system like Windows 7, Windows 10. So then when the issue comes along on those
Yeah.
computers, you know how to actually fix the issue, instead of reinstalling everything, or instead of re-imaging the whole computer, that's not always going to be the solution to everything.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
You're not gonna like, oh, Kevin, yeah, what's up? My Excel's not working. Can you fix it for me? Oh, no, 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 I'm not gonna fix it for you. I'm just gonna give you a new computer and re-image this computer. That's not that's
Yeah.
not a fix. You gotta have a fix for everything.
It's like a workaround. Yep.
Yeah, you
Sometimes you
can't
just
do
got to do
that.
it.
You can't. You imagine someone like that works IT. Someone's having an Outlook issue or Excel issue, or someone's having an issue with their printer, and they're trying to print and it's not working. Yeah, it's an issue with your computer. We have to re-image your whole computer. I'm just gonna give you a new computer. You know, uh,
Yeah, that
it
happens from time to
doesn't
time,
work
for
that
sure.
way. It doesn't work that way. You have to troubleshoot it.
Yeah, definitely. And there has been times in my job, there's a lot of users, we call them users or customers. They use the Lenovo Yoga, great computer, but
Mhm.
the amount of power in those are a little bit lacking. I don't know how to explain it, but
Yeah.
using Outlook at times it gets pretty slow.
Yeah. So Outlook, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, all those apps,
Hmm.
365 in 2016 and 2013, Microsoft,
Hmm.
they're CPU based. So
Definitely.
you have to have a strong CPU on your computer in order for you to run these files or these programs. They're very
Yes,
CPU based.
they are.
Um, I had a guy that's Microsoft certified with 365. He trained me on Outlook and Excel, and he was with me for about an hour. And then we spoke about the computers, and he's like, "No, you have to have a computer that has a high CPU, like a high good processor, because when you're running an Outlook or Excel, it uses all these processes, and you start seeing hyper threading. You start seeing the thread go up and down on the
Yeah.
CPU and Task Manager. So it's very CPU specific, along with memory and RAM. So yeah, you can't just give someone a computer that has two cores on Outlook. It's not going to work. It's going to start crashing like crazy. You can't do that. You have
Oh,
to
yes,
you have to
that's
give them
true.
a really good computer, because when you give them a crappy cheap computer, it's not going to work, and they're going to be complaining to you all the time. That's what it is.
Yeah, a lot of users experiencing like Outlook is not responding issues, it's slow. So there's actually an option in Outlook specifically that you can turn off hardware. What's the name of that? I don't know if you know that specific option,
So
but
hardware acceleration.
yes, yes, that's the one.
Yeah, if
That's
you
the one.
disable hardware acceleration, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, that will fix that problem with Outlook crashing.
All right. So okay. So it
Yeah.
requires an NVIDIA card. Is
Yeah,
that
that's
it?
that's an issue with your graphics card. So if you disable hardware acceleration on Outlook, that would
Uh-huh.
fix slowness on Outlook.
Cool. That is great. I love to hear that. Yep,
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just from working IT for a while. I've been in IT for over 5 years, so
Oh, that is cool. Yeah,
yeah,
actually, I was about to tell you. I
yeah.
just found your there's this video you posted on YouTube. I think it's called something like first line issues. Is that it?
Yeah. That video that I posted was like 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I
That
think so.
video became #1 recommended on YouTube. Someone showed me that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, really? I made
Well,
that
I
video 2 years
understand it
ago.
fully. I understand it. It's really good. I don't know if anyone is listening right now. I will recommend that video to them, the people who want to start working in first line. That is a great video, a great source of information. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up for that. That's a great video for sure.
Yeah. I made that video 2 years ago, and it actually became a recommended video on everyone's YouTube page. Like my friend showed me that on his YouTube page. It came as a recommendation video. It went actually on the YouTube first page on YouTube for IT. I'm like, what the hell?
That's great.
Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. And I think that video has like, I think 20 or 30,000 views or something like that. I'm not sure. I have to
Yeah.
check.
I saw Jerry posted something. What's the name of that video? I forgot. Maybe Kevin knows.
That video is common level 1 issues.
Yep, that's the one. It's a great video. You should check it out for sure.
I made a part 2 to that video, by the way.
I didn't see that, so I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's actually that one. Just posted it. It's this one. I made a part 2 to that video.
That's great.
Yeah, and part 2, I go over Exchange 365, distribution groups, account creation, and Active Directory. Part 2.
Beautiful.
And part 1 is 41 minutes long, and part 2 is 2.5. It's 3 hours long.
That's IT for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long video.
Yeah, it's a really, really long video.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's all level 1, level 2 issues. All level 1, level 2 issues that you'll see in IT, basically.
Cool. Yeah, I think you cover most of the things I've encountered in first line. Actually, it's a really good video.
Yeah, I went over everything that you encounter if you're doing level 1, basically. Like if you watch that video and then you watched the other videos I have, you could pretty much go on a job interview with your eyes closed.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of information. It's a lot of information in that one video. So that's the thing. And yeah, I went over that. I went because I've been in IT for a while now, so it's just, and I'm like, I should make a video on level 1 stuff. I should make a video on that. And I made the part 2 one. I made it in December or something like that, like last year in Christmas time, and it was like 3 hours long, and it's all like level 1 stuff. And I go and the video also has stuff in the video has me walking in the office, literally configuring or setting up a desk phone, and also setting up monitors and everything. It's actually me in the office doing stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes. Part 2 has
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
That is cool. I mean, if you need any ideas for another video, I think maybe if you didn't make one already, try to make one about how it is to work on the first line, what your impressions, what your
I have a playlist. Do you know that?
There you go. No, I don't think so.
I have a playlist of things issues I have in my job.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, I just found your channel just recently. So yeah, I just recently found it. So I saw you're live. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll check it out. And I just downloaded Zoom. I never tried Zoom before, so this is my first time here.
Yeah. So if you go to I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let me close out of. I don't know why I have this open. Let me exit out of this. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. All right. So
please do.
If you go to my screen, right here, IT support at work.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
32 videos, IT support at work.
Wow.
And then I have 5 videos of me doing IT interviews with people in IT or people that a guy named Hector. I got him his job. I got him a job in IT. He has no experience, no certifications, and just a college degree. And I got him a job in IT. It's in the playlist. It's in there.
That's cool. Good job.
And then I have a desktop support videos right here. And then I have level 1 help desk phone support videos over here. And then I have IT interview questions right here. So anyone who's looking for IT interview questions, like common questions you'll be asked in IT, there's actually 5 videos on that. And then I have a lab video. The IT labs is 12 videos, and that it goes over server 2016. It goes over how to install Exchange 365, and I also go over how to install SSCM on the server.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I have Apple videos right here, 9 videos on Apple stuff. So if you want to learn about Apple, it's right here. So yeah, I have a lot of videos. It's not.
Yeah, you got it covered.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's not like,
if you don't mind me asking, Jerry, do you work in IT as well?
I don't even know if he's here.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I do. I currently have a city hall. It's not big nor anything. It's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 employees, 7, and that's I manage them for right now. They're about to move to a new facility, about a 5,000 square foot facility that they're gonna move into. So that one I gotta rewire it and do everything.
Oh, wow. You got your hands full as well, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, Jerry's all over the place. He's busy.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's just he's over.
Jerry's in Texas, was it?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. South Texas.
All right.
Are you
Heard good things.
Are you Jerry, like the Jerry that joins Job Skill Shares videos?
Yes. Yeah.
You are, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
right,
you're
right.
that Jerry?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. I'm just
Yeah,
wondering.
Job skill share.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Job Skill Share. Good guy. Love him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like his videos. And then I'm like, I should go live. I should go live at some point. That's why I went live today, because I wanted to go live and see if anyone has any questions they want to ask me. Like maybe ask me questions about me or questions about how to get into IT and stuff like that. I did make a video today, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but I made a video today. So
I was
If it's today, no, I didn't see it.
that one.
I made a video on how to prepare for a video job interview.
That's a good video. That sounds like a good video.
I made that today. So
Cool.
yeah.
Well, in my last job, first line job, we were actually, our account was also, we got calls from US as well, actually, now and then, which is interesting.
Got it. Yeah, I get phone calls from Dallas. I get phone calls from California. I get phone calls from Europe, from Ireland, and a few other countries. And I get phone calls from South America and also Japan. Those are usually the calls that those are calls that I deal with in my job, by the way.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So do you encounter any issues with people with with accents and problems understanding what people are saying, stuff like that?
Yeah. I always have that issue, and I got used to it already.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not even my fault or their fault. It's just a lack of communication. You just gotta know how to talk to
Yep.
people. If you know how to
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to people, then you won't have any issues with anyone. Even if they speak broken English, or you don't know how to speak their language, as long as
Mhm.
you're able to fix the issue, they're not gonna get mad at you. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's my impression as well. I mean, the Japanese are really good people, but they do struggle with English now and then,
oh
That's okay.
yeah. I got a call from someone. I had a call from someone from Japan. Not a call from Japan. Sorry, the guy was in the office. Sorry, the gentleman was in the office, and he had a weird issue I've never seen in my life before. And basically, his and you probably have never seen this issue before, but and Jerry probably has never seen this issue before, but maybe he has. I don't know. So I had this issue where he was remoted into his computer, right? And he's trying to work on his computer, and he can't open Outlook, he can't open Excel, he can't open Word, and he can't click
Wow,
on the start menu.
that is strange.
So he's like clicking the start menu and it don't work. He's clicking Outlook, it doesn't work. He's clicking Word, it doesn't work. He's clicking Excel, it doesn't work. And if
I
you
have an
right click
issue
on
with Explorer.exe.
you right click on the taskbar, it doesn't work. and you do Control Delete, it doesn't work.
Wow. So how did you solve that somehow?
So, but you're able to right click everywhere else. So I right clicked on the desktop, and I clicked create a new folder. I clicked create a new folder, and I went into System 32. I opened the task manager on
Mhm.
CMD in System 32, and then I killed everything, and then everything worked after that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he was looking at me like it was looking at me like I was some sort of miracle worker, you know. He's like, "Oh my god, he fixed it," and I'm like, "Yeah, there we go, you're good to go. We don't have to restart your computer. We don't gotta do anything. It works fine." I'm like, "Okay, thank you, Kevin." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. It's just a weird
He
issue."
was remoting into
Cool.
with RDP.
He was remoting in with Citrix and RDP, yeah, and it's nothing to do with RDP or Citrix. His desktop was just messed up.
Wow,
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, me neither. I just guess and it worked. Yeah.
Flip a coin, heads up or tails, heads or tails.
Yeah, I'm just like, mate, I probably have to go to Task Manager and just kill everything. And it wasn't letting me go to Task Manager. So I'm like, let me just create a new folder. And I created a new folder. And then I opened Task Manager inside the new folder. I went to C drive. I went to CMD. I did task, TASK, MGR. And basically it opens Task Manager. And then I opened Task Manager with the command line. And I ran it as admin. And then I just killed everything one by one. And then his memory, because his memory was stuck. So his memory, his RAM was stuck, and I killed everything, and then it worked fine after that. That's what it was. So he had like a memory leak somewhere on one of the applications.
Like you killed absolutely everything in the list?
Yes,
Okay.
and that fixed that problem. After that, the start menu was working, Outlook was opening fine, Excel was working, everything was working fine. It got hung. The memory got hung somewhere. That's what happened. So just a weird
Okay.
issue. It's a weird issue I never seen before in my life. I'm like, what is going on with
Definitely
this?
never encountered that before.
Yeah. Those are the kinds of issues that I deal with. It's just like random issues I've never seen in my life before. And then they're like, Kevin, you seen this before? I'm like, no, but I guess I could help you fix this. I'm just like looking at it, and it's just like, and then someone has an Excel issue, and I'm like, you know how to fix this issue? I'm like, I could do a hypothetical guess and figure out why it's doing that, but I don't know why it's doing that, It's just like weird issues,
For sure, yeah. Do you sometimes look into the KBs, or do you have like your own cheat sheet or something like that?
No, so some of the issues that you encounter are so strange that they're not in the ticketing system or in KB. It's just like random issues you've never seen in
Yeah,
your life before.
that's the same thing I'm encountering. That's my experience as well.
So I had someone every time they open Excel, they have a Visual Basic Studio error message every time they open Excel.
Oh, I think I've encountered that. Yep.
And then I looked at it, and then and I looked at his add-ins, and it was his add-in that was causing that. I'm like, oh, it's just a stupid add-in.
Yeah, that's the add-ins. Yep.
Yeah. So then I went into add-ins, and then that fixed that problem.
Because it's not really quite logical, if you think of it, but when you enable those disabled add-ins, it starts working again, I guess.
Yeah, it's usually in Excel, if Excel is crashing, typically it's either an add-in or a tab on that file is corrupted. Those are the only two ways that a file will crash.
Ah, yeah.
It's based on my experience. So usually it's either Excel, an add-in on Excel. If Excel's crashing like crazy, that file is crashing like crazy. It's either an add-in on Excel or or that file is corrupted. Like someone did something to that file and now it doesn't want to work properly. So
Yeah, you have the classic, oh, I didn't do anything, it just happened,
pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you'll have an issue with Excel, and then you want to do analytical thinking. So you want to be like really strong with analytical thinking. So people like people that I know that do level 1 support, they frustrate the living hell out of me because you know why they frustrate me? Because when someone's having an Excel issue, I get annoyed by them because they want to run a repair on Excel, or they want them to restart their computer. That's not how you fix that issue. Like if they're having an issue
Yeah.
with Excel, you want to figure out why it's doing that,
Oh,
So
for sure. Yep.
you have to do analytical thinking. So like if someone's having issue with Excel, right? Someone's having a weird Excel issue, you want to be like, is it just that one file or can they open any other files? So if they open another file, does it work? So they open another file and it works fine, then you know that there's something wrong with that Excel file.
Oh, so
You
how
know,
do you
that's how
go
you that's
and
how
handle
you
that?
that's how you handle that issue. Like someone's having an Excel file that keeps crashing. Are you able to open other files? Do they work fine? Yes, they do. Okay, so that means there's something wrong with this Excel file. So let's go ahead and figure out why this Excel file keeps crashing. That's basically how you
Yep.
deal with that. You don't just make them restart the computer. That doesn't do anything. You know, stuff like that. So like if someone's having an Excel issue, oh, I'm gonna restart your computer. That should fix that problem. No, they don't do that. Like, can you open the other files? Any other Excel files? Yeah, it works fine. Okay, it's working fine. All right, it's good. So that means we know that Excel works. There's nothing wrong with Excel. There's something wrong with that file. So did that file? And then you want to start asking questions like, did that file work before? Yes, it did work before. When did it work? It worked yesterday. Okay, so if it did work yesterday, let me go into previous versions. I want to go into properties and I want to restore an Excel file from yesterday and I want to see if I could open it up. Yes, I could open it up. Okay, so that means that Excel file is corrupted today. Maybe someone added a tab or added something into it that's causing it to crash. That's how you troubleshoot that issue. You don't restart their computer. You don't make them log off. You don't run a repair on Excel. That's not gonna do anything. That's how you troubleshoot that issue. You gotta think outside the box. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Do you also, if you don't mind me asking, do you also encounter Citrix issues?
Yeah, of course. I had that issue yesterday. So I had an issue where someone was trying to remote into their computer, and every time they remote into their computer, remote desktop will come up, and then they log in with remote desktop and they can't click anything on their computer. And then I'm like, what's going on over here? And then they keep doing it over and over again, and remote desktop kept freezing. And then it turns out that their Citrix receiver was corrupted. So then I had to run
Yeah.
Citrix receiver utility, the
Oh, that's a
uninstaller.
good one. Yep.
So I ran the uninstaller, which basically the Citrix utility uninstaller, it's a command product. So it runs in the
That's
command
a
line.
DOS based or like CMD, like command based. Yep.
Exactly, yes. So then I ran that, and basically, do you want to remove all installations of Citrix? You hit enter, you press enter, and then it just removes everything from the regedit to the C drive to everything. Then I
Yeah.
restarted their computer, and then I reinstalled Citrix again, and then their computer was working fine after that. So we knew it was an issue it was a local issue. It was not an issue with our server. If it was
Okay.
an issue with our server, then I'll be getting like 100 phone calls about it. It's just one
Yeah.
person having that issue. So obviously, it's a local issue.
Have you ever encountered like, oh, my profile's not loading, my shortcuts are missing, stuff like that?
Yeah. So it depends what environment you're in. So they're missing a shortcut, they're missing a file, they're missing something on their desktop. Usually that's associated with not being on VPN. So everything redirects on
Ah,
VPN. So if they're not
okay.
on VPN, they're not going to see their files. They're not going to see their stuff. And I tell people to stop saving locally their stuff because we don't back up locally. We don't back up the downloads folder. We don't back up the documents folder. We only
Yeah.
back up whatever you have on your shared drives. That's it.
So at times you actually tell them, oh, we don't support that. You basically that's what you say, right?
I tell them I educate the user, I educate the client. I don't tell them you can't do this, you can't do that. I just tell them that
Okay.
it's gonna be over here. So if you want to put any documents, put it on the share drive. Don't put it outside of here because if you put it outside of here, if your computer were to break or go down, we won't be able to access any of those files.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Yep.
basically what I tell them. I'm not gonna tell them, oh, you can't do that. It doesn't work that way. You have to be friendly with the
Of
client, with the
course.
user.
You
You're
don't
gonna
tell them like, hey, stop right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't slap their hand. It doesn't work that way. You have to
Yeah,
educate them. You have to
that's good.
educate them. Part of being in IT is fixing the problem, but also part of being in IT is educating the user. So then when you educate the user or the client, then they're gonna call you back again about having the same issue. So then
Oh,
you
for
don't have
sure.
that, you don't have the same phone call. You don't have to, you don't have that phone call over and over again about that same issue that they keep having, you know. Instead, you have other issues, you know.
Yeah.
You want to educate them.
I
That's what
think
it
that's the
is.
best way to do to go around, and I think that's the best way to go for it. Just basically help them out, and if there's a common issue going around, you can just tell them this is a quick fix, and I think people usually appreciate that.
Yeah, they're like I don't wanna Kevin, like they call me sometimes, like, and they're like like the people that I work with. I don't know if it's something from God or something. I'm blessed because I deal with people that don't get mad at me easily. You know, they have really a lot of patience. So they're like, Kevin, I'm sorry to call you. I'm sorry to call you. I'm sorry I'm having the
Yeah.
same issue again. I'm sorry to call you, Kevin. I'm sorry. I know it's Good
Mhm.
Friday. Like yesterday, someone called me. Like, oh, I know it's Good Friday. I know you don't want to be working right now, and I know you want to be with your family, whatever. I understand that, but I'm having this weird issue right now, and I need help with this. Can you help me? I'm like, yeah, of course I can help you. And I'm sorry about you're not bothering me. You know, I don't get mad. I'm like, you're not bothering me. What's going on? What
Yeah,
issue
for
you?
sure.
What's the problem you're having? Oh, I'm having issues with Dual on my phone. I'm not getting notifications from Dual when I try to connect with VPN. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're having that issue because you're locked out of your account. So then I unlock their account. And then I'm like, you have to always accept it from your phone, because if you don't accept the notification on your phone, you're going to get locked out of your account. So that's the reason why you got locked out. So
All right.
for future reference, if you're trying to connect, make sure you always allow it on your phone, because if you don't do that, you're going to get locked out and then you're going to call me again. And it's going to keep happening, you know? So
Yeah.
that's what's going on right now. And then he's like, stupid, 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 stupid me, stupid, stupid. I'm like, you're not stupid. Don't say that.
Yeah, actually,
You're
that's a
not,
good point.
don't say that you're stupid. You just didn't know, you forgot to accept it on your phone. You forgot to accept the notification on your phone. You're not stupid. It's that you forgot. That's it. You simply forgot. And listen, look, and I'm gonna send you I'm gonna send you a KB on how to actually do it on on your computer. So
There
then
you go.
that way you could just follow the steps on the KB. So then you don't have
Hmm.
to call me anymore. You could just do it on the, you could just watch, you could just read the KB and then follow the steps. So you don't have that issue
It's
anymore. And that's how I deal. That's
exactly.
how I deal with the customer. That's how I deal with them.
I agree with that one. Even if I'm here in Europe, I'm dealing with the same type of customer or the same type of users. People feel sometimes they do feel stupid calling you. They're going to be apologetic. Oh, I'm sorry about calling you. I didn't mean to. I feel so stupid doing this.
Hmm.
You just have to explain to them that's how it is and send them a KB. That's a good customer service.
That's usually what I do. I send them a KB. They don't call about that same issue anymore, and then I take care of them. That's usually how I do things.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
that's the reason why my job, like the manager likes me, like the CTO likes me, even the CEO likes me, because I don't just fix the issue and then I hang up. I fix the issue and I educate you. That's basically what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So you're gonna get to a point where people are actually basically asking for your name or just contacting you directly on Skype and asking, "Oh, can you help me?" Instead of calling in the I don't know if you have like a certain hotline or
oh no, that's already established for me. People jump over help desk and they just call me. They do that all the time.
yeah, there you
I don't
go.
have that issue.
Yeah, there you go.
I have that issue where they're like, just call Kevin, because Kevin will fix the issue right away.
Call
I'm
Kevin.
not gonna email help desk. They keep doing that with me. So
That's I mean that's a good thing. Even though it's gonna cost you a lot more work, but it's still a good thing for the customer. They're gonna really appreciate you in the end.
yeah, that usually what happens with me is that they just jump over. They jump over they hop over everyone else and they just go to me, go directly to me. Like, and they send me a chat, like you said, Skype. Hey, Kevin.
Hmm.
Hey, you there? And they message me again. You're there? You're there?
Yeah.
Exclamation point. You're there? And I'm like, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm doing something. Hey, when you're not busy, can you look at this for me? I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, I hear you. I know what that
Yeah,
sounds like. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And they're like, I ask you for help
They're gonna,
because
yeah, they're
I
gonna
know you'll
skip
fix it.
calling. They're gonna skip calling in the hotline number just to get a hold of you. I'm gonna ask Kevin. It's okay. I'm just gonna ask him. It's fine.
Yeah, that
That's what it
happens.
ends up to.
That happens to me all the time, man. I got used to it already. I'm like, all right, whatever. You wanna message me, whatever, you know. Yeah.
Oh
So
well, it's a good thing though. In the
it's just
end,
I'm like, whatever, you want to message because they know I work with the CEO, and I'm like, I'm doing something for the CEO right now, so you're gonna have to wait. Is that okay with you? Yeah, I'll wait. All right, good. So because I work with the CEO in my job, so that's the thing that I
well,
have is that I
if you're patient, people will appreciate it so much to the point where they're gonna just like, okay, I'll wait for him. When he's ready, I'll ask him. That's how it goes.
yeah in my other job I was number one the best employee in the company. Not to brag or anything, but
Cool, good job,
I was
man.
actually number one. I was number one, the best employee for the company for a whole year, by the way.
I love to hear that. I mean, by the videos that you're making, the help that you're providing to the community, I love that. So you totally deserve that. Good job on you. Keep it,
Mhm.
keep it. Just don't stop. You know.
Yeah.
So did you try Slack?
I have what is it, KB? KB is a knowledge base. Is a knowledge base where you keep stuff for
Yeah.
articles and stuff like that. No one's asking what is a KB. Like, this is a knowledge base.
I'm not following the chat right now, but do
Yeah.
you have your personal like KB database or something?
In our job we do. Our job we
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, I was gonna make a I was gonna make a I was gonna make a Slack channel for my YouTube channel, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna wait till I have more subscribers and more people, then I'll make a
Okay.
Slack channel. So
Yeah, Slack has a add-in or like a plugin called Guru, which is like you can start working on your database and create KBs. That's pretty good. You should check it out.
yeah, I have my own. I have Slack. I'm in a IT Slack. I'm in an IT Slack group with a lot of people. With like over 400 people. But that's not my Slack. It's somebody else's Slack. They invited me to it, so I got invited by a bunch of managers and a bunch of supervisors in IT.
Cool.
They invited me to Slack. So I have Slack on my phone and I talk to them all the time. We talk about products. We talk about software. Someone might have an IT issue. They message me and ask me if I know how to fix it, if I've seen this before, and stuff like that. So we message
Cool.
back and forth on Slack. But that's not my Slack. It's just a Slack I got invited to. So
I mean, you can gather people who will contribute, and you can make a pretty good KB or like a good community in there, I think.
yeah, that's basically what it is. So okay. Might have to create it again. Someone's asking me a question. Yeah, I was gonna make a Slack channel for my YouTube channel, but I'm just waiting it out until I have more people, more followers, and then I'll start it'll either be Slack or it would be Teams or something like that. I haven't figured it out yet. So
So you will make it?
yes, at some point.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah, not now, obviously, but at some point. Okay, my plan is to have a Slack channel where everyone can help each other. If they're trying to get a job,
Definitely.
they want to try to get a job in IT, or they need help with something that's IT related. Everyone can help each other in the Slack channel, and that's basically what I want to
Cool.
create at some point. Not now. At some point, I'm going to do that. So,
Sounds good.
yep.
I mean, if you get to the point where you have like a channel inside Slack where you can ask a question and you're gonna get an answer from a lot of people, you've basically done it. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have answers from people like you. You're gonna have answers like people. If you have an issue, you just post it and you're gonna get the answer in just a minute or two. That would be so cool.
Yeah, that's my game plan. Not now, obviously, but eventually, I want to have a dedicated Slack channel for my YouTube channel where I have a bunch of people that follow me on YouTube, and they go into the Slack channel, and then they can have a conversations with other people from their state or from another state, and then they could help each other out to get a job in IT. Because because this channel that I have, it's more of a community than anything else. It's not.
Yeah.
I didn't make this channel so I could be a multimillionaire. It's not that. The channel is to help people. So
Well, I hope it accepts people from Europe, English speaking.
yeah. So like my channel is more focused on engaging with the community, engaging with the audience. So at some point when the channel is big enough, I want to create a Slack channel and I want to have everyone together in that channel, and then they could help each other out with trying to look for a job. Maybe they have an IT issue. Maybe someone has an issue with their resume. Stuff like that. It's a community. It's not. This is not me just talking. It's a community. That's how I see this. That's what my channel is focused on. It's
Definitely.
a community with a bunch of people. I even have Job Skill Share every once in a while. He'll show up in my channel too. So it's a community. It's not. It's people have to help each other out. We're all trying we're all trying to get jobs in IT, or we already have a job in IT. We're all trying to help each other out. There are plenty of jobs. There are plenty of jobs out there for IT, for everyone. It's not just me.
Tons.
There's tons of jobs out there for everyone. So we gotta help each other out. We gotta help each other out. That's what it is. Some people might not want to work IT support, desktop support. Some people want to be a server admin. Some people want to be a network admin. Some want to work cybersecurity. Some want to work something else, like a software developer. We're a community. We got to help each other out. It's not. It's not just me doing everything on my own. Everyone has to help each other out. It's a team effort. That's what it is.
Well, from one team to another, if you don't mind me asking, what's your record of how many calls you've been taking for one day?
So when I worked at a hedge fund, I used to take 45 calls a day.
Yeah, that's a busy day, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I've been having 57. So yeah, a lot of password change during that time. So it depends on what thing you've been doing that day, but that's a busy day. 40 and up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I used to get 45 calls a day in my other job, and
that's a lot.
and I used to get 45 calls every single day because that company had about 6,000 employees. That's why. Very busy.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
It's a hedge fund that it's the net worth of the hedge fund is $80 billion.
Oh, wow.
It's a big company.
That's cool. That is a big company.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I actually just opened my the YouTube the live here video here on my tablet, so I can see the chat as well.
Yeah. I'm just answering someone's questions.
There is a lot of questions, and if I'm able to help, just let me know and ask if you. Yeah, Kevin will be able to answer most things, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just here. Yeah, so basically that's what my end goal is basically having a Slack channel and having everyone just join that community, together. Even though I don't have a lot of people watching my videos, it's still a strong community. I'd rather have a strong community of a small following than have a large community with no one's following me at all. Does that make sense? So basically, that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
A strong community with people who actually will contribute, who will ask and just engage is better than nothing, than a big one that you won't hear anything from anyone,
Yeah, exactly. I like the engagement with everyone because and I appreciate you joining right now the Zoom meeting, and I appreciate Jerry joining too because my experience is different from your experience. So like it's always good to hear other stories from other people because everyone has their own personal experiences,
I find it, yeah, absolutely. And actually, you mentioned that you haven't been using ServiceNow. Is that correct? Before?
Yeah, so I use ServiceNow. I'm familiar with Jira, and I'm using Remedy.
Definitely. So what I'm thinking is, in my past jobs, first line jobs, we've been doing ServiceNow. So we can build like, I got a lot of experience in ServiceNow. I really appreciate that ticket system. It's really great. So when you get to that point where you start using ServiceNow, I'll be able to hopefully contribute a lot more.
Yeah, so when we use ServiceNow, we had that. So there's an application with Avaya, the phone system called Avaya.
Yeah, Avaya.
You could connect Avaya with ServiceNow. So every time someone calls you, it auto populates their name and information on ServiceNow.
Yes, that's what we have now. So everything is there when the call comes in. Everything is there. The person, you just click create new ticket, and that's it.
Yeah, that was me. So I was like doing about 45 to 50 calls a day. And that's not including email, by the way. The email helped us too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we get phone calls about everything. So I was getting phone calls about Macabicus, an add-in, Cap IQ, Bloomberg. I can't remote into my computer. I can't log into my computer. My password needs to be reset. My Outlook keeps crashing. My Outlook mailbox is full. So I need you to expand my mailbox because I ran out of space on my Outlook. My Outlook doesn't want to open. My Outlook doesn't want to open. It's because their profile is too big and they don't have enough space on the C drive. I don't know if that's ever happened to you. Or my Excel keeps crashing, or I can't print a document, or Kevin, we have a meeting right now and we need someone on the 12th floor. Can you come upstairs and set up the meeting? I know it's a last minute meeting, but we need someone to come in upstairs right now. Like
I heard that one
meeting.
before.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't tell you anything. So like, oh, there's a meeting right now so it's like 12:59. There's a meeting right now at 1 p.m. I know it's a last minute request. Can you come upstairs and help us set it up? I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. All right, that's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna go upstairs and I set it up.
Right.
That happens to me all the time. Even in my current job, every job I have worked, every single job I have worked. Oh, Kevin, we have a meeting right now in like 5 minutes. Can you come and join the meeting and set it up?
Yeah.
Why do you guys wait for me for 5 minutes to tell me? Why don't you tell me about this earlier? Come on, guys, stop doing that to me. Come on, man. Oh my God. And that happens to me all the time. All the time. You have no idea. All the time that like they think I'm Superman, you know? They think I'm Superman. They think I could just do meetings on the fly, you know? It doesn't work that way. You have to let me know, you know? That's what it is.
Maybe they think you are Superman. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I'm not Superman. They think I'm Superman for some reason. They're like, I need you to set up this meeting right now. Yeah, so we have a call with London right now, and for some reason there's no one picking up in London. Can you set up that video call right now? I'm like, okay, I'll go set it up. And then it's just like, yeah, it's just they expect you to do miracles, I'm not.
But after your ticket, you're in the system, you send them an email and automatically they will get an email, or I don't know how your ticket system works, but you'll get like the customer will get like you get a feedback, right? If I'm not mistaken.
So some companies, they have a survey. So when you close a ticket, they get a survey, or they'll get an email saying that the ticket has been closed by the assignee of that ticket. So it'll say this ticket has been closed by such and such, by Kevin, blah, 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 blah. If you have any questions, contact help desk. They'll get an email like that.
I've actually experienced good or bad things with that, because if the issue reappears after a month or two, they are able to reopen that ticket, which is not really a good thing. And they were able to give you bad feedback because the issue came back, right? And the customer is not satisfied. I don't know if you experienced something like that.
Yes and no. I had that issue where someone tried to open the ticket and then they opened it and they assigned it back to me. And I called the user, the client. I'm like, why'd you do that? Why'd you open the ticket? Oh, I'm still having the same issue. So why didn't you just talk to me and ask me about it? And then when I say that, they get quiet.
Yeah, they will get quiet. I asked the same thing.
I'm like, why don't you just talk to me and tell me you're having that same issue instead of reopening the ticket?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
and they're like, is that bad or good? I'm like, that's bad for me because it's a service level agreement, so it's a SLA. So if you open the ticket again, that means I didn't do my job. So that's basically what when you
Yeah.
reopen the ticket again, that means I'm not doing my job properly. And
Yeah.
if you have an issue, you gotta let me know. Don't just reopen the ticket. You gotta let me know, because my manager looks at all that. They look at all that when you look at it, because they have these programs, these apps. They use Excel. They export the reports of all the tickets you do throughout a year, throughout a week, throughout a month. They do all that. They export all these tickets, and they look at the reports. They look at everything. So then
Yeah,
when
there
they
you go.
when they see 10 tickets reopened again, they start to question that. So
They will question it, they will point at you.
that's the reason why I tell people, I educate the user. I'm like, if you're having this issue again, let me know. Don't reopen the ticket. I'll fix it for you. Just let me know. So then I tell people that beforehand, just so they stop doing that. So when
That's actually a good tip. That's a good tip.
so I do two things. When it's a ticket, I do two things. The one thing I do is I keep the ticket open for another week. So like if someone has a weird issue we never seen before and we fixed it, I keep the ticket open for one whole week. And then when I keep the ticket open for one whole week, I talk to the user. I'm like, I'm going to close the ticket now. Are you still having that issue? No, I'm not. All right, I'm going to close the ticket. If you have that issue again, let me know. Let me know, and I'll reopen the ticket for you. Let me know. But if you're not having that issue again, then we're just going to leave it alone. Simple as that. That's usually what I do.
What I have done is basically tell the customer to open a new ticket. Not sure if that's a good thing to do or not.
You could do that. You could do that. You could definitely do that.
Someone in the chat mentioned that the Outlook problems are unending.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
So what, I don't know if, let me see, the name is Biwam Abu. The Outlook issues are unending. If you explain what the issues are, let us know.
Yeah, I have issues all the time with Outlook, with a bunch of weird issues, but there's a way to fix. There's always a way to fix those issues. It's not, you'll always have Outlook issues. It's unavoidable, unfortunately.
I think what I would say number one issue is the email profile would be the problem. Like reset or delete or rename the Outlook in app data. I don't know, Kevin, if you're know about that.
I have a whole YouTube video on how to troubleshoot Outlook.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Same with Excel. I have a whole video on how to troubleshoot Excel. So.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's just, you got to go to my videos and check. I have a bunch of videos on that. So. And someone asked me about like Outlook, and then they're like, why don't you make a video? And I'm like, I have like 3 videos on that. I'm not going to make more of it. This is crazy. Why am I going to make another video on that?
Cool.
It's just like, they asked me for videos that I already created already,
Someone is mentioning updating BIOS right now. Systech 911.
Oh yeah, he does IT. Tim does IT too. So
cool.
He's probably working right now.
Be careful though. Be careful.
Yeah, careful.
As long as he knows what he's doing, he'll be fine.
That's like updating the firmware on a printer. You got to be careful with that.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Updating the printer.
The firmware on the printer. Yeah. You got to be careful with that.
Okay.
I would recommend connecting if you're updating the BIOS or firmware on your printer, connect the printer to a battery backup, because if the lights go out in the middle of that,
you're screwed. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You're in trouble after that.
Like a nightmare.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. That's why I don't do any of those updates. Like I don't do BIOS updates, and I don't do any firmware updates on the printer. I'm like, I'm not touching that.
I do a BIOS update, but on my own computer. I wouldn't do that on a customer's computer. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm like, your printer is still working, right? Yeah, it's working. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not touching that. Just leave it alone. It's working. Leave it alone. I'm not touching it.
You know the amount of customers who wants to get a hammer and just bash your printer? A lot of people says that. I recommend them don't do it. It won't fix the problem, you know.
Yeah, um, and Jerry could probably agree with me. A text nightmare is a printer. The printer, it's always an issue with a printer. It's always a dumb issue with a printer.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
It's a nightmare. Printers are nightmares, man.
Printers are nightmares. But one thing I would like to contribute here to people who want to be a good first line worker, or like Kevin says, what I would like to say is this. My advice is, if you have a customer who has an issue, if you're able to follow up, do it. Follow up with the customer. They will be so happy with that, I don't know, Kevin, if you agree with that.
No, I definitely agree with that. So I do so in my position, and Jerry knows what I do. I do IT executive support, and I do level 2 support. And you have no idea. You have no idea the calls I get or emails I get from people that no one has never followed up with them, and then I have to go talk to the IT tech that took care of that issue, and I have to go and talk to them like, why are you not following up with this user? Why are you not following up with this client? Why aren't you doing why does the user or the client has to email me, and then I have to go and talk to you? Why are you
making me hate you right now?
Well, yeah, why are you doing that to me? Why are you not helping the user or the client? And then they're jumping on top of help desk, and they just come directly to me. Why are you guys not taking care of the customer? What's going on right now?
Yeah, there you go.
And I get annoyed by that. And I get annoyed when there's a lot of tickets in the queue and no one takes any tickets in the queue. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Are you guys gonna help?
That's the worst.
You guys gonna help, or are you guys just gonna stay in the just watch YouTube all day? Like,
there you
what
go.
What are you guys doing?
Take responsibility is something that's so important in that type of work, basically.
And that's the thing. Like just because you're working remotely, it's not time for you to listen to music and watch YouTube videos. You gotta help out too. You gotta help other people. There's a queue. There's a ticketing system. There's a queue that you have to help maintain. And there's also phone calls that people call when they need help. So you gotta help. It's not just about going on YouTube and watching YouTube videos and then watching music videos and stuff like that. It's not gonna do anything. You gotta help out. Just because you're working from home, doesn't mean you could slack. There's no such thing as that.
I'm going to tell you, people who created a ticket, they're going to be so thankful that they got a quick response. You have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just, it's really, it's all about, it's all about, it's all about teamwork. It's not, I can't do everything on my own, even you're at home, like, it doesn't mean you could slack off and just start eating breakfast and staying, not doing anything. You gotta help, So.
Yeah, there you go. Teamwork is key, basically.
Teamwork is important. It's not a free for all, Like I work today, and then tomorrow I don't do anything. Then the next day I don't feel like working. Whatever. It doesn't work that way. It's teamwork. So you don't have teamwork, then you have a bunch of problems.
Yeah, I did some misspelling here, but teamwork is essential.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's very important, and that's a problem too. When you get a job, when you work IT, when you work in a job, and I know Jerry's gonna agree with me. When you work in a job, like, you probably make a lot of money in that job, but what if your team sucks? You're gonna be miserable. That's how I look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I am experiencing, I'm not going to talk too much about that, but yes, I know exactly what you mean. If your team is not contributing and they choose to watch YouTube videos and just do something else than actually working, it's going to affect you. You will be doing more work.
Exactly. Like I said with Jerry, Jerry was about to say something, but like I said, like you probably have this really good job. Like, it looks like the perfect job, but then your team sucks, and then you're miserable all the time.
Yes.
Why
exactly.
are you in that job then? Like, what's the point of you being in that job if you're doing everything? You can't do everything on your own. It's impossible. So they have to have a balance in your job, you know, with your employees, the people you work with your lifestyle as an employee. If you work on a 9 to 5 job or 8 to 5, you know, the pay is good, the pay is decent, and you're okay. But then you have these other jobs that, you know, you're probably gonna do like sysadmin stuff, or you're doing like a high end job, and then your team sucks, your manager sucks, your work hours sucks. They're always
Yeah,
calling you all the time. You know, you're gonna be miserable. You don't want to be miserable. What's the point?
definitely.
And it's gonna affect your health.
Hey,
It's gonna
Kevin.
affect your health. Like, what's the point of you doing what's the point of you making all that money if it's gonna affect your health? You know?
Actually had a question. I don't know if you were able to answer this, Kevin, but you mentioned pay, and this is in US dollars. So are you able to do make a good living out of being a first line support or IT support first line
I don't do
in
first line
US?
support. I do level 2 support.
Okay,
So
okay.
but anyone that does level 1 support, they make about 60 to 80K, to answer your question.
Oh, okay, okay, cool. Yep.
Like with me is I go the extra mile with customer service in my job, and I get frustrated when the experience is not stable. So like the experience, like I do good service and then someone else gives the customer bad service. I get annoyed by that. Like, it should be balanced across everyone. Everyone should be giving good customer
Yes,
service. You know,
definitely.
it's not just me. Like, oh, I don't want to talk to such and such. Why you don't want to talk to such and such? No, because he's a good
Yep.
IT guy, but he's an a-hole to me. I don't want to talk to him. I'd rather talk
Yeah.
to you, Kevin. You don't get mad at me. I'm like, come
There
on,
you go.
guys. You're like,
I'm in the same type of situations. Situation because I have coworkers who get annoyed by customers, and he's like, oh, he's answering in a kind of rude way, and I'm like, oh, why did you do that? I can't tell him, but he's basically being annoyed with the customer, and you can't be that because the people who are calling in being somewhat rude, they will be nice in the end if they get the good help. If they get good help, they'll be nice, and that's how it goes. So, yeah.
yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, you know? And people confuse that with me. They're like, why are you so nice to me? Or why when I ask a stupid question you don't get mad? And I'm like, why am I gonna get mad for? Like, I'm getting paid to help you. Like, what
Yeah, exactly.
it's just
And there
like,
there are
you know,
people who are calling in and they're saying like, oh, it's me again. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't talk to you. It's fine, you can just tell me what's going on. I'm here for you, don't worry, I'm here.
yeah, exactly.
Stuff like that.
And that's all about that's what IT is. It's not just fixing a computer. It's not just doing Active Directory and reservations
Yeah.
and lease time and 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 people that do coding or people that do power. It's not about that. It's more about talking to people. You know, you have to know how to talk to people. And I have that background because I worked in a restaurant. I've been in a restaurant for a really long time.
Well, that's
So
good.
my transition from restaurant to IT was seamless. For me, it was seamless. So now that I'm able to talk to people, I don't have that issue, you know, with talking to people.
Yeah, because you know how to talk to people in the way that they're going to be satisfied, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the customer is extremely important. Like someone's asking me about it. And you have to keep in mind, it depends where you work. I work in a hedge fund environment. So if the customer's computer is not working, they're not making money for the company. So if they're not making money for the company, then I can't get paid. So their computer has to work. Does that make sense? So
It definitely makes sense. Yeah.
so like if they're making money for the company as a whole, if their computer doesn't work, how are they supposed to make money? And how is the money supposed to go in the company? And how is the company supposed to pay me too?
It's
So
their tool, right?
yeah, exactly. Like it goes around, you know, around in a circle, you know. So
It does.
basically, you have to help them because they're basically can't do their job, and then basically if they can't do their job, then they can't make their money or they can't do anything for the company. So that means the company is losing money, and that means you don't get paid either. So you know, obviously, you got to look at all that as well. You know, it's not at the end of the day, IT is there to help, but at the end of the day, you're dealing with people that make money for the company, you know?
Yep, that is true. Actually, Cystic Knight Tim mentioned that BIOS installed successfully. Good job.
Good job, Tim. Yeah, so and it's not just, and you'll have problems like people, because I kind of contradict myself a little bit. You're gonna have customers that they're not always right. Sometimes you gotta say no. You gotta know how to say no. If there's something that they're asking for and it's not compliance approved or HR approved, you have to know how to say no to the user or the client.
Can you give an example, Tim?
Like,
Sorry, not Tim. Kevin.
so I had a user, a client. He wanted me to import his contacts on his Outlook, right? It doesn't work. We don't allow that. That's blocked by group policy.
Oh, you don't do that? Okay.
Yes. So I'm like, that's blocked by group policy. We don't just export contacts into your, you're gonna have contacts from your old job because he just got this job that we're working in right now. I'm like, you need approval for that by HR and compliance. I can't just allow you to do that. It's not gonna work. Even if I were to try to do it, it's gonna be blocked by group policy. So you need approval for that.
Yep.
That was one example. I'll give you one more example, and then I'll let you talk about whatever you have to say. But the second example is somebody emailed me, and they're like, oh, they said they share a share drive link to me. I click on the share drive link, and I can't access the share drive. Why can't I access the share drive? And I went on Active Directory, and I went to check their account, and I'm like, you don't have access to that share drive. That's why it doesn't work. So why can't I access the share drive? Why can't I go into the share drive and grab those files? I'm like, because you don't have access. Can you give me access to it? I can't give you access. Why not? You need to get approval by the person that is HR, compliance approval, and you need to get approval by the person in charge of that share drive folder. I can't just give you access on the fly. It doesn't work that way. I need approval for all these things. Otherwise, you could get fired for that. You get in trouble for that, and I could get fired for that, and I could get in trouble for that. So
that's how you just have to explain to the customer. That's the policy, and usually, if you explain it in a good way, they will actually accept it.
Yeah, and that's basically what I said. And I'm like, this needs to be approved. I can't just give you access to it. There are regulations and rules that we follow in the company. You can't just have access to those things. We don't do that. Otherwise, I will give you access, but we need approval first. That's what it is.
Someone mentioned that 60K is really good for first desk help.
Yeah, it is.
It is for sure.
And if I have bad news to deliver to someone, usually I talk to someone. If someone has bad news, I talk to them, or I have my manager talk to them. I'm like, it just can't be done. You have any issues? Talk to my manager. My manager's there.
Well, I'm gonna give you. This is an American This is a culture difference here from Europe, compared to the U.S., where the customers are gonna ask like, "Oh, let me speak to your manager. I'm not happy with what you're saying to me," and you're able to actually connect them with the manager, right?
Yeah. So the thing with me is, see, my position is a little different. So they don't do that with me because I work with the CEO of the company. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's cool. Yep.
They don't do that with me. I'm like, this is not gonna, I can't do this for you. Why you can't do this for you? Because you need approval for this. Who says I need approval for this? The CEO. You wanna go talk to him? No, I'm good. I'm good, Kevin. All right. You want to talk to the CEO? Go ahead. Go ahead. He's right there. You can go talk to. You can go ask him. I'm just following what he told me to do. You want to go talk to him? Go ahead.
Sometimes that's just how you say it. It's just how you have to do.
Yeah, I'm like, you want to go? You don't like what I have to say? Go talk to the CEO. He's gonna say no to you. Just like I'm saying no to you, he's gonna say no to you too. I'm going based on what he says.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of me. I'm the only one that works for the CEO. No one else in my job works for the CEO except for me. So
Yeah.
That's the
Well, that's an
advantage.
advantage you have, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah, so they request certain things, and you need access to it. I'm like, go talk to my manager. If you don't like my answer, talk to my manager or talk to the CEO, because I'm going based on what they telling me to do. I'm not gonna give you access on the fly. It doesn't work that way. We don't do that. We need approval for these things.
Yep.
So.
I have another question for you, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
There, I don't know about here in Europe, at least in my country, there's a lot of people. How to explain this? There's a lot of people. Companies need people who do programming. There's a lot of like, do you want to be a programmer? You should get to be. If you become a programmer, you will get a job easily. What about in US? Is it the same? Like, there's a lot of. I'm missing the correct word for that. But if you're a programmer, you will get a job easily. Would you ever become a programmer? Is that something you've been thinking
Oh
about?
no, hell no, man. I don't like programming. I tried it. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No,
Okay.
I don't like it. I tried it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I never really tried it too much, but yeah, I can understand why you say that.
I don't like it. I tried HTML, CSS, Java. I tried a bunch of coding techniques and a bunch of just coding in general when I first started IT, and I didn't like it at all. I'm like, this sucks.
It's kind of repetitive, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, so it's just like, this sucks. Yeah, so
I hear you. You have the
did
Java, the front end, back end, stuff like that. You can easily get a job if you got those skills, but then again, you're supposed to work with that like 8 hours a day. You need to love your job.
I was miserable when I was doing coding in the school. I went to a school for training. I
Wow.
was miserable. I'm like, what is this? I ain't doing this. Get out of here. Like, yes,
Yeah.
this is how you create a chat box. This is how you create this. This is how you do this on the website. I'm like, and then they were showing me all the things you need to learn, and I'm like, I don't like this. And then they had that, and then they had the A+ course, the one that goes over like IT level 1 stuff. And I'm like, I like this better. I'm gonna switch over to that class, and I switched over to that class, and I got stuck in there instead. I didn't like coding at all. I'm like, this sucks. I was miserable. I'm like, what the hell is this? So it's not
Yeah.
for everyone. Everyone has their own things that they like. It's not for
Mhm.
everyone. Like, I like doing IT support. I've been in IT support for a while now, and I like dealing with people in customer service. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
mind this.
agree.
I don't mind doing this. Like,
By the way, I changed to Bluetooth headphones. Can you still hear me well?
yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I agree. If you like dealing with people, first line support is amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah, I like it. Like I'm not miserable in my job. Like there are some people that no offense to anyone, no offense to Jerry. I mean, you have a wonderful weekend, Jerry. Take care, man. Nice talking to you. Thank you for joining the chat. You take care, Jerry. So I know people that do IT support. I know people that do IT support. Oh my god, and they're miserable. Like, miserable. You have no idea how
Yeah,
miserable.
yeah. I have friends that's been working with first line support and they hate it, And for me, I loved it, but some people just don't like it. They just don't like to be on a phone.
They don't like being on the phone, and they don't like talking to people. Like, oh, this guy's stupid. I don't want to talk to him. He's an idiot. He's a moron. And I'm like, why do you? If you don't like this job, why are you here? Get a different job if you don't like this job. Like, why are
Yeah,
you here?
yeah.
Like you're
Mhm.
making me miserable. Why are you if you don't like your job, you don't
Yeah,
like IT support level 1 or level 2 or help desk, why are you here?
yeah.
Why are you doing this? You're just hurting me and you're hurting everyone else around you in your job. Like, why are you here? Go get a different
Well
job if
said.
you don't like this job. If you're doing it
Go
just
to another account.
yeah, exactly. If you're doing it just for money, it's not gonna work out for you. This is not about who makes the most money. This is about if you
Yeah.
like your job or not. You know. This is,
What I like about this is something I experienced getting calls from UK and United States as well. That people or customers are actually being very polite. They're saying like, "Oh, thank you so much for helping me. Thank you for taking your time." Very polite, you know, and this is essential for doing a, you know, giving a good customer service is always to enjoy what you're doing, being able to show appreciation for helping other people, you know, stuff like that. If you're into that, you're gonna really like working for as long.
yeah. Like I know people that do IT support and they're like miserable. Like and they're like I'll give you an example, right? They're like, this guy Derek, he's calling again. Oh, this moron is calling again about the same stupid issue. I don't want to deal with him. Kevin, can you take that phone call real quick? I'm like, come on, guys, what are you guys like? You don't like your job? Like, why are you
Oh
miserable all the
wow.
time? You know? And these people,
Yeah.
these are people that do IT support, right? And they make
Mhm.
over 100K, and they're
Wow.
miserable.
Ah, that's not good.
I don't get it. Like
I don't get it too.
Yeah. So it's just like you make all this money and then you're just miserable the entire time. Like,
You make a lot of money, and it's strange because you're in, you know, in a good sense, I would really appreciate a job where you can help people and without actually meeting up with them, you can just help them over the phone and you're finished, you know, stuff like that.
yeah, like I have people that they're just miserable all the time. They're depressed. They don't like their job. They don't like dealing with people. They're just miserable all the time. Like, why are you miserable all the time? Why? Like, if you don't like your job, then you don't like your
Yeah,
job. Like, why are you if you don't like dealing with people in IT, why are you in this job? Just leave this job. Like, I don't understand it. Like, just
exactly. There's always
like
going to be bad people, bad apples. It's always going to be, you know, that's how it is in
like
any
like
job.
like psychologically, why are you hurting yourself? If you don't like this job, then just get a different job. You know,
Yep. Hmm.
that's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, like
I would
I don't
prefer
get it.
doing IT support over the phone than actually going there physically to help them out with a printer or computer or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually doing the job over the phone is much better.
it's not the
No, that's
same.
what I feel.
It's not the same thing. Like when you deal with a customer in person, they could scream and yell at you, or get mad at you, or get pissed off. I feel like the customer has more patience with you when you're on the phone with them than with you being in person with them, depending on the person.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And a lot of people are so upset. They're actually been waiting for so long to get help. Like there's some customers that I experienced that they are so upset when they call you because they've been waiting for so long to call you, if that makes sense. That they're like, oh, you know, I'm
Yeah,
so upset with my computer. I'm gonna throw it out of my window. But now that you're here, you know, what you need to do is basically tell them, you know, it's okay. As long as I'm on the phone with you, we're gonna find a solution. Is that okay with you? Let's just start from there, you know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Some people are just miserable. I don't get it. So I
I
don't
don't
get it.
get it there. I think I have another question from you, Kevin.
Mhm.
Did you ever experience getting a call on your private phone from India or from Microsoft? If you know what I mean.
No, the people don't call me. I don't get spam calls like that. I just don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
No,
I
I
did.
don't.
Okay. I did get one, and I knew that sometime I would get one, so I prepared myself to. I learned some swear words, Indian swear words. So I kind of did. I'm sorry about that, but
Mhm.
I was kind of took them off guard when I told them like I'm not interested in my own way in
Mhm.
Indian. So they just
Oh,
hang
I
up
did.
and
Okay.
yeah, they get
I
shocked.
did get one, and I knew that
Hi.
Hi.
sometime I would get one, so I prepared myself to. I learned some swear words, Indian swear words. So I kind of did. I'm sorry about that, but I was kind of
Hello.
and I told them like I'm not interested in my own way, in Indian. So they just
What's going on with your mic?
This is strange.
Yeah, the microphone is messed up. It's like echoing.
Yeah, really echoing. I don't like to hear my own voice. Not too much.
Yeah, you're hearing your own voice.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, no, I heard your own voice in there. He. Oh, okay, never mind. He's muted now.
Yep. Thank you.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah. 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 So anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So I don't understand the people that get mad when they do IT support. Like I rather do IT support than work in a restaurant. People might not
Yes,
agree with
because
me.
you have a restaurant experience, right? You told me.
People might not agree with me, but I rather do IT support than work in retail or restaurant. It's much worse. It's like 3 times worse.
I could imagine. I don't know. Working in America, I'm guessing you're in America, right, Kevin?
Yes, New York.
Oh, New York. Yeah. And you're like working in a restaurant, and the chef doesn't do a good job, and you will be the one to be in the front line, actually apologizing for that. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I worked in restaurant. I worked in retail. I worked in about 3 to 4, 5 different restaurants. I worked in a bunch of different restaurants. I worked in a clothing store. And I worked in what, Rite Aid? Was it Rite Aid? Yeah, I worked in Rite Aid as well. Pharmacy,
Okay.
and people screaming at you, yelling
Cool.
at you, people getting mad at you. You're
Yeah.
the cashier. People just screaming and yelling at you, disrespectful. They're rude. Everything. I had issues like that when I worked in a
Oh, that
restaurant or
sucks.
when I worked in retail. It's just that's the reality of that. I rather do IT than do that. It's just
Oh, I hear you. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could just take over and fix it yourself. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what Errol HL said. The good thing about supporting someone in person is if they're struggling, you can just take over and do it yourself. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what we got. I got Eddie over here right now in Zoom, so I don't know if Eddie fixes. I don't know if Eddie fixes. Oh, there we go. There we go. And Eddie just showed up.
Hey, Eddie.
on video.
I thought I had fixed my Bluetooth and
I hear
it
you.
went out again.
I hear you.
I could put on my camera, but I'm using my phone, so let's see if I'm able to do it.
Oh, there we go.
Can you see me?
Kevin, how are you?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, cool.
Where did I go? Oh, I went to Germany. That's where I went.
You have been in Germany?
Yeah, I got to Germany. It's
Really?
nice. Beautiful.
Oh, cool.
Went to
That's cool.
Munich.
Munich. All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Definitely very, very nice. And everyone was super friendly to me. Super friendly. Some of them spoke Spanish, which was kind of weird. I'm like, what is going on right now? Because I speak
That
Spanish.
is strange.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, you have to learn. You learn English, German, and you have to know Italian or Spanish. So they were speaking to me in Spanish. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine with me if you speak Spanish. And it's just like, all right, whatever. Yeah. So some of them spoke Spanish. Some of them. I went to a bakery to order food, and literally the person in the bakery only spoke German, and barely any English. And then someone came in ordering food, and all they know was Spanish and German. And they're like, "What do you want to eat?" And I'll tell them in in German. And I'm like, "Oh, I want this and this." And then they start speaking Spanish to me. I'm like, "What is going on right now? This is weird." And they're like, "Yeah, we speak Spanish." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So very interesting. Very interesting. So.
But you speak Spanish?
Yeah, I speak English and Spanish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Eddie's having technical difficulties. I'm about to call help desk to help him.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, this reminds me of the story you said when the guy got mad at you and threw the headphones.
Oh yeah.
I'll just skip the headphones. Fuck it.
Yeah, yeah. It's just you gotta call
I
help
don't
desk.
want to log off, reboot, or
Call help desk. They'll help you.
Definitely call help desk. Ask for Kevin. He will help you out.
Call Microsoft support. They'll help you.
I'll call Donish.
Or better
Call
call
Donish.
Saul. Oh, sorry, that's another guy.
You can call you call AOL. Call AOL. They'll help you.
AOL. They will do
Yeah,
the
they'll
job.
help you. AOL support.
Hey, so Eddie, where are you from?
I'm originally from New York City, but I live in Los Angeles.
All right. Cool.
I'm trying to get my first, entry level help desk position. So I guess now that what the hell is wrong with my volume? I wanted to ask.
You sound fine.
I sound all right.
Yeah, you don't sound like RDD2 or a robot. You sound fine.
All right.
R2D2, we got him with us.
So the difference between like when I think help desk, like I kind of know myself. I don't think I can be the guy with the head thing on all day. Like that would be what, MSP? Those are the
MSPs. They have headsets on. I don't have a headset. I have a headset in the office, but it's not this one. It's just like one piece. It goes over here. One overhead piece goes over here, and
I have the same thing.
Usually I have it over here, like this, like that. Usually I just put it over my head. Usually I don't like over my shoulder over here, and I don't like to have it in my head all the time. Usually.
So the position that I'm looking for, is that called desktop support, where you're in? I want to be like the in-house guy working for one company. Like when I used to work at a law firm, the people were in-house. They don't work. They only work for that one company.
Yeah, that's why I work for one company right now. I used to work for an MSP, and I got tired of MSP because I was visiting 6 to 7 clients a day, and taking the train and taking the bus, going to different clients up and back and forth everywhere. And I was just like, oh, I can't do this. It's too much.
Yeah, Eddie, it sounds like you're putting yourself on the spot somehow. It's going to be a lot of work, but if you enjoy it, you're going to love it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I just want to work for like one company, be the in-house guy. That's what I had in my head. And then when I started seeing MSP, I was like, what is MSP? So I started Googling it. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I, and then I heard Donish say, MSP, you learn more. You learn a lot more, right? Because you're.
Oh yeah, you definitely learn a lot. There's a lot of technology in there. So every company is different. They have their own personal technology. So you're going to have someone that might be using Cisco. You might have someone that uses Mitel. You might have someone that uses Avaya. You might have someone that's using 365, another company that's using 2016, another company that's using Azure. Every company is different.
Yeah. If I'm acting, I don't think I look weird, but my neighbor downstairs, I have a subwoofer and every fucking thing bothers her. So that's why I'm like constantly adjusting the volume. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, you sound fine. You sound fine. You don't sound like a robot or anything. You sound fine.
Oh, good.
Now, if you sound like a robot, I'll be really concerned about you, but you sound fine.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, there you're good.
Rune, where are you based at? Europe? You live in?
Yes, sir. I am in Norway, Northern Europe.
Oh.
Yep.
You don't have a lot of coronavirus out there going on? None of that?
We do, and it's coming to the point where the curve is flattening out. So we're getting less infected people around these times. So it's getting better, but it's pretty bad still. Definitely.
Yeah, New York, we got hit really hard. Like it's just crazy right now in New York. I can't even. Yeah. Just like I go outside and I buy the essentials and I just stay home. I'm not going outside.
That's what I do. Yeah. I go shopping once a week. And then, so, there's pluses and minuses. I've realized right now that, so I have, time to do I'm taking this course with Job Skill. I don't, but Rune doesn't. So I was taking the entry-level job skill class. So I have to do a testout.com. It's like PC Pro. So it gets
Okay.
me, because I don't go out. I just basically I'm on the computer all day anyway. So I just, if I see Kev's got something going on or Danish, I'll jump on and listen and try to pick people's brains. But sometimes I feel like, gosh, like when I listen to other people, even people who have like 1 month experience, like Vlad, he had
I love
2 months
Vlad.
experience and he got laid off. He seems to know so much. He learned so much in those 2 months that sometimes I come in and I'm like, shit, I know basics, but so I just kind of listen, try to be a sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that his name is I'm not gonna tell you his whole name obviously, but I have a friend his name is Earl, I call him Erno, and basically he's like 48 years old or something like that, and he worked for the MSP, and now he works for the MSP like I worked with him. He trained me, and I don't know how old he is right now. It's probably like 50 something, but he now works for another company and he makes a lot of money. So because the MSP got him a lot of experience, so now he makes a lot of money, and he's doing well. He's doing good for himself. And he's
Cool.
still like, he still has that issue. And I have another friend as a network admin that he does network admin, and they both are, like they're in that age. So when you hit a certain age, not to sound like old farts or anything, but when you hit a certain age, you start to forget stuff. So they started making like him and the other guy that I know, they have Excel sheets where they put a password on the Excel sheet, and then it has like a bunch of notes on it, like how to log into Cisco Call Manager, how to log into 365, how to log into Active Directory, the server and stuff like that. They make notes on everything because they forget. So, as you get older, your learning process starts to slow down. So
I'm already there. I don't know where my keys are.
Yeah, you wanna start making notes for everything. So then people that I know that are older than me, I tell them to make notes on Outlook or make notes on Excel. People that are younger than me, I tell them to go to the KB knowledge base or whatever they have, the ticketing system, look at that. So everyone has their own way of doing things. So I think it's good to I guess, like if you do IT support or help desk, I think it's good to make sticky notes and then put it on
Sticky notes is good.
Put it on your table. So then if you have to go over something or you have to do something, you remind yourself based on that sticky note when you put it on the table or something like that. So I think that's really good to do. And then also part of that is like having notes on Excel or somewhere, where you could actually revert back to that if you're having a bunch of weird issues you've never seen before, or if you need to log into something that you forgot about, Now, obviously,
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I had to turn off my camera while charging my phone. But yeah, I do agree with what you said on the sticky notes. That's a free.
It's good to have that. Like, yeah, it's good to have that. Even with like creating notes and everything, all that is really important. And some people are really old fashioned. You'd be surprised. Like some people have notebooks with them and they write everything on a notebook and they hold that book with them with their dear life, like it's important to them. And then they have notes and everything. And I have friends that work in IT that do that. They all do that. They write notes somewhere. There's notes somewhere, You're not going to know everything and you're not going to remember everything. So it's important that you have somewhere where you could write your notes. Like even some people that I know, they use OneNote, the OneNote application. They put everything on OneNote. So it's always important to have something there that you could have as a resource or a guide if you're working IT, because as you get older, you forget stuff, you're going to forget everything, it's unfortunately, it's something with age, as you get older, you forget.
I'm 53, right? You're preaching to the choir.
You're 53?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, you look my age. You look like 30s.
If I take this off, I put a baseball cap on. I get young girls hitting on me all the time. It's just
yeah.
And I'm like, when they find out, my friend's like, they don't have to find out. Don't tell them.
Yeah, Eddie's a player, man. He don't talk about it though.
No, you know what? Actually, I have no game with women. Eddie's
like going out his pickup line is he sees the girl, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna create your account on Active Directory. It's like, what? Don't worry about it. That's my pickup line. What?
Yeah, man.
The pickup line is like, I know regedit What? Don't worry about it.
Hey, Kev, you
Oh
working from
my.
home still? Are you working from home still, or
Oh yeah, man, I'm busy. I am
so
getting killed right now.
yeah? So what percentage of the office do you think is working remotely, or is
In our job, we have 550 users connected to VPN right now.
wow?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
I
That
made
is good.
I had asked before, and you were like, what do you need VPN for? So I realized now from the comments when people responded, when you guys were talking about like remoting in, and
yeah,
I was like,
you
"Oh,"
confused me. I was like, what is going
and I
on
was
right
like,
now?
don't you need a VPN? I didn't realize. So I think for what I got from the comments is when you're in-house, right? When you're using the internal network, you don't need the VPN to remote in. That's what you were saying, right?
You don't do that. It's gonna mess up
Yeah.
it's gonna mess up the laptop computer. You don't
All
want
right.
to do that. That's only when you're out of the office.
When you're out
VPN
of
is
the
when you're out of
okay.
the office. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to do that while being in the office. It creates a
Oh.
loop and then it messes up the computer.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it creates a loop. You don't want to do that. So VPN is when you're out of the office, and then along with VPN, you need two-factor authentication. So we need to know that it's you. You know, it's not just a random person logging in. So you'll have like an RSA, a
Yeah.
token, or you'll have like Dual, the application Dual. You have that installed on your phone, and it sends a notification to your phone. You accept it, and then you can connect to VPN after that. Because it needs to make sure that it's you. It's not just a random person logging into VPN. You know, so you put your password in, your computer password. You connect to VPN, and then it sends a notification to your phone.
Yep.
And that's basically what
That's
it is.
the good part.
Yeah, because you can't just log in. It has to make sure that it's you. It's not just a random robot logging in. You know.
So who sets that up?
That's
What-
the Dual is set up by IT help desk or IT support. VPN is also set up by IT support help desk, and pretty much everything's set up by IT help desk. Pretty much.
So the sysadmin, he don't deal with small stuff like that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't deal with any of that. The thing is, the environment that you're already in, it's already set up for all that. All you gotta do is just literally install the software, and then that's it. And it should work. And then you set up Dual on their phone. The application you set it up on their phone, so it should work. All that should work. If something doesn't work, it's because they're probably not part of a group. They're probably not part of a group that they have to be part of when you create their account. So
Hey guys, by the way, I need to go. Thank you so much for accepting me to the call.
yeah, man, no problem, man. I'll probably do another one. We'll see how
That
this
would be
goes.
great. If I'm welcome, just invite me. I'll be there.
It'll probably be at 1 p.m. again. I'll probably start doing this every Saturday.
Every Saturday sounds good.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
it's gonna be like a series, just like Skype. This is like a Skype invite. It's gonna be a series, so I'll do it every.
Yeah, this is a good way to
Saturday.
share knowledge and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah,
So
I
take
wasn't.
it easy, guys.
All right, you too, man. Take care and thank you for joining. Appreciate it.
Stay safe. You too, Eddie, and we'll talk again. Okay.
All right, buddy. Take care.
All right, take care, man.
Take care. Take it
All right,
easy.
you too.
Bye.
Stay
Bye.
safe.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who is IT engineer?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know.
Hey, Kevin, I'm the IT engineer.
I'm sorry. Who are you, though?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I'm the IT engineer.
From where, though? Who are you?
Michael, what's your name? Like, I'm Eddie. He's Kevin.
My reaction world, you reply to me. Sometimes my reaction world.
Oh, my reaction. Okay. I was like, what the? Okay, I know who you are now. Okay, how you doing, man?
I'm fine, Kevin. Yeah. You are full of energy, Kevin. No? I never see you tired.
Me? Oh yeah, I don't get tired as easily. I used to, but not anymore. I'm on coffee, you know. I run on coffee, you know. I run on coffee, so that's me. I run a lot on coffee.
I've never seen so much energy in an IT person. It's the first time I'm seeing it.
Yeah, like I have people that work IT with me, and they're like, I'm like, hey, what's up? How's it going? And like I'm like full with energy, and how you doing? And they're like, Kevin, man, just having a bad day. You're right? Yeah, all right. Why Why do you sound like that? Well, you know, I'm just tired, you know. Come on, man. Yeah, like literally, like they sound like the user or the client just drained the living hell out of them, drained their energy. It's like they drained their energy, like they sucked the energy out of them, you know? And I don't get like that. Just yeah, who are you though? LOL. That's funny. Yeah, man. That's
Hey,
funny, man.
Kev, I was looking. I have a question. I don't know if you can answer it. I also, you know, I bartend. I also work as a waiter at a college. So that's like my that's on call right now.
Oh, so you know how to drink upside down. You know how to pick up the cups, drink upside down, and stuff like that.
I never learned any tricks. I'm just I don't even use my fingers for the tray. I just put the whole palm. I don't get that. I'm trying to get out. I'm on the way out, man. I'm not trying to learn any new tricks at my age. But I went to the IT department, right? Because it's a college. They've got, you know, a lot of computers. I was like, well, you know what? Somebody told me, why don't you apply at the college in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
So I went one day, I had a delivery and I said, you know what? I have a delivery. Now's the perfect chance to ask questions. So I went to the head IT guy's office. He wasn't there, the director of IT. He wasn't there. And the secretary was there. And I said to them, hey, I have my A+, my Network Plus. I'm trying to get an entry-level IT position. And the secretary looked at me and said, well, what are you looking for? So I'm trying to get like a help desk, entry-level help desk position. And she looked at me kind of weird and she goes, we don't have that. And I said, well, what do you have? And she said, I don't know. We have onboarding. We have onboarders, but we don't have help desk. And I was like, well, who do you call? Who do the students call when they have a problem? She's like, well, so I looked up onboarding. Do you know what onboarding is? I think I know, but maybe you. It's like, well,
No.
when new people come, right? You set up the computer.
Yeah. Did you ask her if there's a way that you could work volunteer to get some sort of job experience?
I was actually trying to work through a friend of mine. So, you know, it's kind of like who you know. So I was trying to get a referral from the administration office, and they were going to try to make an introduction to some guy, but then the pandemic hit, and then everything shut down. So
yeah, because usually the schools they do volunteer work. So if you want to get some sort of experience of volunteer, they will give you that. They'll give you that option to do that. So you could ask them to do that.
But you know, sometimes I'll ask when this thing is over. But sometimes because it's a union environment, there's unions, and sometimes they, you know, you try to volunteer, then it's like you're taking work away from them.
I'll ask. If you don't win or lose the battle without asking. You have to ask them. You're better off asking to see what they say, you know? They might say yes, they might say no, you don't know. You're better off just asking. And it might give you a chance so you could build your resume and build your experience, and then you could go get another job after that, you know?
Yeah. All right.
That's the way I look at it. So,
hey, Steven.
Hey, Steven. Yeah, you're good. How you doing, man?
Good. I can see you guys.
Good. You're joining the chat now. Like, I see people joining now. How you doing? How you hanging in there? Everything all right?
Yeah, man. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, whoa. What the? I hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you loud and clear.
Hey guys, man. I'm Diwali. I'm a Sisad from London, all the way from London. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too, man. I've been in London before. It's nice.
Yeah, whereabouts?
I actually physically went to London and I saw was it the Stonehenge, and I went to see the Queen of England. I saw the castles. I saw a bunch of stuff.
Ah.
I went to Ireland and I went to London.
Oh, you've been about then.
Yeah.
Been yeah, man. But I'll be watching you, man. Is very good what you're doing, and I've been doing helping a lot of people get into IT as well. So yeah, one of the most difficult things is all about the interview questions. So I always tell them, always do your A+, but not just A+. You need to know a lot of Active Directory, Office 365, and a lot of scenario-based questions. That's the feedback I normally get. But yeah, I'm here to help as well, man, for sure.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing I struggled with when I first started working IT, or when I first got my first job in IT. Was I went to the job market, right? And I got the A+, and then no one will hire me. And then I'm like, why is no one hiring me? And
This
then
is the same problem, yeah.
I tried everything and no one would hire me. And then I'm like, why is no one hiring me? And then I'm like, you know what? Let me take a step back and learn some other stuff. So then I went in and I started. It was like I had a virtual box when I had Windows 7. I was Windows 10, but at the time I got VirtualBox and installed it, and I went over Server 2012 R2 because at that time it was Server 2000 R2 2012, and I started doing this Active Directory stuff. Started doing password reset. Started changing accounts, manipulating accounts, distribution groups. Started doing all these things, and then after I added that on my resume, and I went back to the job market, I was able to get a job. And then I started, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, because you get people that they tell you, go get certified. But then they don't tell you what to do after that. You just go in and get certified. And then you expect to get a job after that. But it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, you know? It doesn't work that way. You can't just get certified and get a job. It doesn't work that way. You have to know everything. You have to know other stuff. So that's the reason why I created my YouTube channel, is because some people don't know what to do if they're trying to get into IT. And that's how I started my YouTube channel, because of that, because I had that struggle where I basically just got certifications, and you could be certified in this and that and that and that. But then when you go to the job market, they don't care about that. They want the practical experience of stuff that you need to know. You can't just know how to do A+. You can't just know how to do Network Plus. You can't just know these certifications. You have to understand how to do the server side of things too. It's not just A+, just, other stuff is involved in that. So, and that's the reason why I started my channel and everything, is because of that, because people get certified and then people get certified and then they complain to me like crazy. They're like, I just got the A+. Why is no one hiring me? Kevin, why is no one hiring me? I spent all this money on the certification and now I can't get a job. Why is no one hiring me? Why do you tell me to get this certification and then now I can't get a job? I'm like, I didn't say that. I said get A+, but then, learn how to do Active Directory, learn how to do Exchange 365, learn how to do all these other things. You're not going to get hired just because you have the A+. It doesn't work that way. You need to have you need to know a little bit of everything. And you need, for an entry level help desk job right now, you need to understand Active Directory, DNS, DHCP, understanding Exchange 365, and understanding account creation, and understanding a little bit of PowerShell. Because some companies are level 1, they require you to learn PowerShell now. So now you have to know PowerShell. So these are all the little things you need to know. You could be certified, but if you don't know how to do the other stuff, then you're not going to get hired, because the A+ doesn't cover Exchange 365. The A+ doesn't cover Active Directory. The A+ doesn't cover distribution groups. Doesn't cover any of that. You show me that in the book where it covers that, then I'll give you $100. I'm pretty sure they don't have that. It covers Windows 7, Windows 10, Mac, and Linux, and some fundamentals of networking, but it does not cover the server side of things. It just doesn't do that. So you have to learn how to do that if you're trying to get a job in IT. So that's the reason why I started my channel and everything, if that makes sense. So
you're doing a great job, Kevin, with the channel. I think you will certainly cross 1 million in a few months.
You're funny. You're funny. Yeah. So
no, I'm damn serious. You are making damn good content that everyone is like. Everyone in IT wants content. Like, they want to know how to resolve issues, because daily they're bombarded with all the issues from Outlook to Office 365, and you are like a savior to them.
Kevtech, Kevtech, what you said is really, really important as well. And these are some of the pitfalls I always get on with a lot of people who want to get into IT. The main issues, of course, is you need to, if you've never done IT before, you need to know the fundamentals of IT and know the concepts and what, Active Directory is, what, certain cloud concepts or what virtualization is. And what I like about the new A+ as well is that it has this documentation side of things as well, right? But again, A+ this teaches you all of the components of IT, right? Not about, you know, how to create user accounts on Active Directory, how to, you know, map file shares, you know, how does when you create a user account and how that synchronizes into Office 365, and you have to assign a license, and you have to create share mailboxes, you know, and Exchange. You got to play around with everything, right? But then again, what I realized, again, they need some mentorship when it comes down to those sort of things from, you know, senior IT people like ourselves, you know. But and also it's you can know Active Directory, Office 365, Exchange, Azure, and all that sort of stuff, basic administration. But at the same time, troubleshooting is one of the biggest things, you know, when it comes down to, okay, this user comes up, okay, this user can't get into our emails. But at the same time, the CEO comes down and says, okay, I'm locked out of my account. Prioritization, SLAs. Do you know what I mean? So I think these are the things that they need to be more aware of. And even some system administration, as because obviously I'm the point of escalation for you know, service desk, right? So what, okay, you're saying the network's down. What troubleshooting have you done? Have you pinged the gateway? Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done that? Not just, okay, I'm just escalating it to you. What is the processes that you went? What have you done in order for you to come to this point? So for all IT professionals, I always tell them, okay, when you do want to get into IT, that is one thing, but a lot of hiring managers will always also ask you those specific questions as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I had when I had my job interview, it was a 3 hour job interview. My job interview was 3 hours,
Wow,
and then
that's a long one.
and the first hour and a half was interview with people with IT. So I had an interview with the CTO, I had an interview with the manager, and I had an interview with a level 2 guy. And they all were asking me IT questions, and they were asking me all IT related questions, and then stuff based on my resume. And then they're like, okay, you're good, you know how to answer that. And then the hour and a half, the other hour and a half was personality questions. Do I fit well with the company? Do I fit well with the culture? Do I know how to handle customer service? Do I know how to handle people? Do I know how to handle hypothetical questions, like say if someone gets mad, and how do you handle a user that gets mad? How do you handle a user that gets impatient? How do you handle an issue that you never seen before? You know, it was all hypothetical questions. And it was a 3 hour interview. It's not just like we stop and then I go get coffee and come back. It was a 3 hour interview. And then after that, they hired me after that. So, and like, and what happened with me was, they said, we're going to get back to you. And I'm like, are they going to get back to me? I don't know if they're going to get back to me. So, cause everyone says that, like all the managers say that. All the managers say, we're going to get back to you, or we'll email you, or we'll let you know if we hire you. And then at the end of the day, they don't tell you anything, and they don't get hired. Nothing happens. So
that is so true, Kevin.
every manager tells you that they're going to hire you, or they're going to say, they give you some sort of positive feedback. And then at the end of the day, you don't get hired. It just doesn't happen. You know, you don't hear anything from them. That happens sometimes. And then what happened with me was, it was like a Monday that I did the interview, and no one said anything to me from Monday all the way to Thursday. And then Friday, I finally heard back from them. They're like, "No, we're gonna hire you." I'm like, "Oh, really? Yeah." And then I'm like, as if I don't see an offer letter, if I don't see anything from you guys, then I don't believe you unless I see it.
100%.
So I have to see an offer letter that I have to sign. Like if you give me that offer letter and I sign it, then I know that I could, you know, I know I got the job. So I don't believe,
for sure.
I don't believe in word of mouth. I don't believe in word of mouth. I don't believe in that. Like you have to show me a paper, and if the paper says that you're gonna hire me with this amount of money, and just sign this paper here, then I'm okay with that. And then that's what happened to me. I signed the paper and I had that interview. That interview was rough. It was a rough interview. It was a 3-hour interview. They were asking me crazy questions that I had never even heard of. And I got the job, but it was crazy. It was a crazy interview. And that's what it is.
No, but also, yeah, it's very important as well. They need to give you that contract because how many times have you heard that? Okay, gave you the job, and then the other person, well, the other company, sort of cancel it, and then that company says to you, "Oh, we've got a budget issue, so we've scrapped that role." You know?
Yeah, like you need to see the document first if you're gonna sign something. You don't just assume you have the job. Like all
Mhm.
these men, all these at the end of the day, and people might hate me for this when I say this, but at the end of the day, the company wants what's best for them, not for you. So if they're gonna hire you, they're gonna hire you. If they're not gonna hire you, they're not gonna hire you. They want what's best for them. They want the best employee that could do the job. They don't want an employee that that doesn't knows absolutely nothing and they don't fit well with the culture. They're not gonna hire someone like that. If it's an entry level job that they don't know anything about IT, then obviously they're gonna hire you because they could probably pay you less and then give you the job. They could probably pay you a little bit
Yeah.
less and get you the job, and then it's a win-win for the manager and it's a win-win-win for you too because you're getting job experience, but then the manager pays you a little less because you're entry level tech. It's a win-win for both of you. And then that's what it is,
100%.
That's what it is. So you got to look at all that. Like I look at all that. Like I don't just my thinking is a little weird. I have a weird, like I always think there's something. I always think there's always something wrong. It's too good to be true. It's always something wrong.
You have to be cautious though, right? You have to
Yeah,
be.
yeah. I'm always like that. So
yeah.
So,
So sorry, Kev, but probably someone asked you this
go ahead.
before. So what do you do? I know your second line. So because obviously I don't know the English and American terminology. So is it second/third line you're doing? A bit of infrastructure and day-to-day BAU. Is that what you do?
Yeah, so I handle right now we're in the process of we bought other companies and we're moving them over to our infrastructure. I am in charge of I am in charge of that. I am in charge of people that are coming in and they're trying to be in our infrastructure, if that makes sense.
Okay, right.
I am moving people over to our infrastructure because right now it's not uniform. Right now it's all over the place. Like some people use Mitel, some people use Avaya, some people use Cisco. We're all over the place, and we're trying to put everything uniform. Like everyone has the same computer, everyone has the same laptop, everyone has the same monitor, everyone has the same technology. I'm trying to make it as uniform as possible. I don't want someone having a different device and then someone else has another device. It's disorganized.
Yeah.
You can't have that. I can't have that. That's a problem. So right now we're slowly moving everyone over to the technology that we use, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Microsoft Intune's a very good endpoint manager for sure. Windows. For the guys who don't know, in Microsoft Intune, it basically manages all your. It's like SCCM, but more of a lightweight version, but based in the cloud.
SCCM is a Go tool.
Yeah. So
have you used it, SCCM, ever?
SCCM. No, for me, I personally haven't used it too deep. We're not of a Microsoft shop to use that, but we're using a very lightweight one called Intune, Microsoft Intune.
Yeah, I use Microsoft Intunes before. And I use Company Portal before. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with all that. So a lot of people think that I just do desktop support. I don't do that. Like I do other things. I'm familiar with other applications, but I showed Eddie one time, like there's these jobs that they want to give me, like to make me a system admin or a Citrix engineer and stuff like that. But I don't want to make all that money because I don't want that responsibility because my schedule is gonna suck if I have that responsibility. I don't want that responsibility. I already have enough responsibility as it is. I don't want any more responsibility. I'm okay with the money I'm making right now. I don't want to do a sysadmin job or any of that stuff because I'm okay where I am right now. I don't want that. I don't want that responsibility. It's too much.
Hey, Kevin, one question for you. Do you think highly of your coworkers or you think, oh, they are useless? Like, what is your attitude towards your coworkers?
Sorry?
Like, I want to know what is your attitude towards your coworkers? Like,
right now, my job, no, we're cool. We drink beer, we drink beers, we hang out and everything. Well, they're not in New York, they're in Dallas, but I'm okay with I'm okay with my coworker. I never had an issue with any of my coworkers.
So you don't have a skill and a will issue with them, or like you are very good?
No, I don't have. I had issues with my coworkers in my other job. My other job, I had issues with them with one of my coworkers, and it was something politically incorrect. I don't even want to talk about that, but there's something wrong with him. You know, it's just you're not gonna get along with everyone. There's sometimes you're gonna have issues with people. Unfortunately, not everyone's gonna like you. Unfortunately, it's just it happens. You know, it happens. You're gonna have issues with someone. You're gonna have it.
So
But at the end of the day, if you have an issue with someone, it's fine. You can have problems or issues with someone. At the end of the day, you just gotta respect each other. You know, as long as you respect each other and respect someone's opinion, then you'll be fine. You know, like not everyone's gonna agree with you. Like you're not gonna agree with someone else. You know, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. You know, you should respect everyone else's opinion, even if they're wrong or they're right. Whatever, I don't care. Just respect their opinion. You know, that's how I look at it. So, and I'm too old. I look young, but I'm too old to deal with bullshit and deal with politics and deal with headaches. I have enough headaches already as it is at work. I don't want to deal with that. You know, I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with gossip or any of that stuff. You know, I'm not 18 years old anymore. You know, that's a long time ago. I'm not 18 years old. I'm not into gossip or bullshit. You know, I'm not into that. Like that has passed over my head already because I'm not 18 or 20 years old anymore. That's when you're a high school student, you know, when you're a high school kid, you know, I'm not a high school kid or any of that, you know, it's just, my age now is just like, I don't tolerate that bullshit. You know, I just don't tolerate that. Like if you're gonna have an issue with me, or if I'm going to have an issue with someone in my job, then let's talk about it one-on-one like men, you know, you're going to have an issue with me. Let's go talk about it. You know, and that's basically what it is with me. Like if you have an issue with me, come talk to me. That's basically what it is. So, and in my job, they know that. Like in my current job, they know that. Like in my current job, I don't bullshit anyone. Like if you have a problem with me, come talk to me. Like don't talk behind my back. If you want to say something in front of me, say it in my face, and let's talk. Come on, you want to talk? Let's talk.
Yeah,
you know?
Honesty is the best policy.
That's what it is. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is. And I'm straightforward when it comes to talking. Like if you do something wrong in your job in IT, and I have to correct you, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna scream at you, but I'm gonna tell you how it is. You know, if you do something wrong, I'm gonna tell you how it is. That's just the way I come off as. I'm gonna tell you how it is. That's the way I work. So, and I'm not gonna disrespect you, but I'm gonna tell you, listen, you kind of F this up a little bit. You know, I don't know what you did here, but this is not working. I don't know what happened here, but we have to fix this. You know, don't just leave it alone. You know, don't just leave it like that. You know, and some people do that. Like you have people that work in IT. And I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but sometimes you have people that work IT that they don't tell you what they did, and they break something and they don't tell you what they did. They mess something up. They don't tell you what they did, and they're not honest with you 100%. And then they get you involved, and you have to figure out why this is not working. That happens all the time. Like you have a coworker that he doesn't want to tell you the truth, and then there's an issue that got messed up. And they made it 3 times worse because they're lying. You know, when you lie about something, it's gonna get worse. Just tell me you messed it up. That's it. Just tell me you messed it up, and then we'll work together and fix it. You know, that's how I look at it. You guys want to say something? Sorry.
No, for sure. Yeah. You end up finding it in the event logs.
Yeah, like I don't know why people do that. Like, don't hide something from me. Like, if you do something wrong, tell me the truth. Tell me that you did this and it's not working because you did this. You know, don't try to hide it. This is not about hiding anything. It's just work with me. You know, why you gotta lie to me for? Just work with me and tell me the truth. You know, people do that sometimes. I don't know why people do that. It's just extremely frustrating. You know.
Yeah.
This week I had a job interview with United Way up here in the state of Pennsylvania. And during the interview questions, the lady asked me, I've been doing desktop support now since 2010. I'm A+ certified and network certified through top tier. And the lady asked me about ports. And I'm like, think to myself, really, you're asking me about ports, DNS, POP3, and I'm like, all these typical port numbers, and I'm like, I don't recall them. And I was perfectly honest with her. I'm like, I don't recall them. And I was like, think to myself after the interview was done, I'm like, okay, I bombed that. So I'm like, because I'm thinking to myself, nobody asked me about ports in like 10 years. And being in desktop support, we really don't deal with them. That's more like on the firewall. If you're dealing with firewalls, like that, you may open up a port for an application. But I mean, we don't deal with ports every single day at our job. So it's like, I knew them back when I had a pass A plus and Network Plus. I knew the ports then down in my head. That's all nice to know information. Of course, they all, all these well-known ports. Did I bomb? I felt like this darn small. I was like, well, I guess I don't really know much about this, huh? And she's like, just started rattling off port after port after port. I'm like, you're killing me. I mean, when was the last time you were asked about a port?
Me, no. They don't ask me about ports. They ask me, it's more Active Directory questions, like more questions on Active Directory and server questions. That's what I got, and personality questions too. Like what was the question? It was what was this dumb question I was asking? I'm like, why are you asking me this? Like, even like in my head, I said, why is he asking me this? He's like, if you had to be some kind of animal, what animal would you be? I'm like, what the hell kind of question is this? Like, this is not IT related. Come on, like if you had to be some sort of animal, what animal would you be? I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And then it asked me another question, like if you could make any amount of money you want, what position do you want to be in IT? And I'm like, CTO, I don't know. And like, okay, what technology will you implement as a CTO? And I'm like, oh my God, what these questions they ask you, it's just like insane. Like someone asked me like a question about what's my favorite color. And like, oh, it's blue. Oh, okay. And they just start writing notes down. They look at you. Oh, he said blue. Okay. He said blue. Oh no, he said the wrong color. He said blue. Oh no.
Guys, let's do a little bit of a test. Kevin, you might know all these, but like Eddie, since you're pretty much new here, what is the port number for Telnet? Can you tell me that? If somebody asked you that question?
You don't ask me those kinds of questions. What?
Yeah, I was asked this question in my Wipro interview. They asked me about the port numbers. Have you guys heard about Wipro, the company, the multinational company Wipro?
What?
Oh, anybody can chime in, but I was just asking Eddie, since he's if he's like new to all this stuff a little bit more. How about like DHCP? What port number is that?
Don't know. Don't remember that one.
That's 67. It was actually the year I was born, so it's close to what me and you are. So
yeah,
there you go. And then actually 60, because 67 is the server port, and then 68 would be the client side. How about for POP3?
POP3.
Is that 110? I don't know. I'm guessing.
25.
Yes, it is. Very good. Very good.
Only because I took the A plus, and the Network Plus 6 months ago. It's kind of fresh.
No.
POP3, SMTP's better.
About like port 53.
That's DNS.
DNS.
Very good. How about port? What's the port for IMAP?
Trying to remember that. I don't know that port number.
Message Application Protocol. See, you guys are stumped. I mean, you guys have been doing it for ever and a day. I was like, my mouth just went, oh my God. Like, really, honey, you're asking me this freaking question? I'm like, I'm desktop support.
They were asking me that. They were asking, who asked me those? Who asked me those questions? It was that the IT recruiting firm called Baldwin Williams. You ever heard of that company?
No, I haven't. No.
I thought they were a printer company. I didn't know they were a recruiting company. Baldwin
Williams was asking me port number questions. So they asked me, what is FTP? What is RDP? What is DNS? What is DHCP? And I'm like, God damn, stop asking me these goddamn port questions. It's extremely annoying. Why are you asking me this? Like, I don't even use any of these things in my job.
No.
Like,
And
like,
you don't in desktop support, you don't. I mean, except for opening up something on firewall, if you have to send in like a ticket up to SEG or something like that in system engineering or somewhere else.
You'll see those questions when you take a A+ exam or a Network Plus exam.
Exactly.
But now when you're doing it in real life, it's not gonna. They don't ask. You won't ask. You won't be like. I'll give you an example. You won't be like, oh my God, remote desktop's not working. I guess I gotta go enable 3389. Let me go here and enable 3389. Like we don't do that. Doesn't work that way. It's just,
But you know what it is? It's very, very common, especially in the UK, when it comes down to the feedback I get with all the newly IT support guys that want to get into jobs. They always get asked, what port is this? What port is that? What's like rarely getting asked about Active Directory, or what's the difference between a router and a switch?
Mm-hmm.
What layer is the switch on? All these questions, and it's like, oh my God, like it's not really relevant for an IT support role, Ask me about ping and stuff, but when it comes down to these other questions, it's like it's quite hard for the guys. They've done an A+ and Network Plus, but it's still like a twister for them, right?
Yeah. See, like even in my current job, we're hiring people in my current job. Not here, obviously, in New York. Otherwise, I will let Eddie know, or someone that lives in New York. I will let them know. We're not hiring over here, but we're hiring in Dallas. And during the job interview, I don't ask those kinds of questions. I ask you more like IT hypothetical questions.
Yeah.
If you're having like IT hypothetical, like IT issues that I think you probably wouldn't know how to answer. Like if I were to ask you one of these questions, you'd be looking at me like I'm crazy, Like I give you an example, like someone's having an issue where the computer keeps restarting. It just keeps restarting over and over again. What's the first thing you do to troubleshoot that issue? And I ask you those questions. I want to see how you think. It's not. There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. It's just to see how you think.
Issue going on there.
Yeah, it's just to see how you think. Like, and then I ask you another question. Like, someone opens up Outlook and Outlook keeps crashing. How do you troubleshoot Outlook?
Well, going back to your
it's the steps they're taking, right?
Yeah, and then like questions like that, or an issue where a user has a computer, a desktop, and they have two monitors, and they're having this issue where the monitor keeps going in and out. So the display shows in display 1, then it shows in display 2, then it goes out and it shows back in display 1. It goes out, it shows back in display 2, then it shows back in display 1 and 2. Like, how do you fix that issue? Like something like that. Just some questions. It's more like questions based on stuff that might happen in your job. I don't ask questions about ports. That's insane. I don't do that. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane. Like I don't that person from HR probably went online and got those questions online from an article from 1998 or some shit, and then they like, let me just ask him questions about this. I don't know, something like that.
It's amazing how you have always experience and they can make you feel this small in a couple of questions. Like, yeah, well, actually something else that I might know, but it just totally blew me away. I was like, I guess I should print out a thing of well-known ports and stick it up on my wall, and every day read it. Every day I look on a refrigerator just so I know, just so I can get refreshed again. Because
what company was that? What kind of company was that?
It was for United Way. So and they think, I guess they supported their office about 60 people. So I used to work for St. Luke's Hospital. If you ever heard of them, yeah, do them. I mean, they're like huge. That and Lehigh Valley Hospital was here too. So I worked as a level desktop support guy. We were contractors for St. Luke's, and I was there for about a year. And we just got let go like 2 weeks ago from our job because of this freaking program thing going on. So they kind of like laid us off for a while. And so of course I'm out there looking for another job and stuff like that. So, but it's, it was just weird. I mean, she kind of really, and I'm like to myself, what are you looking for? Like then, like they were looking for level desktop support, too. And I'm like, right, well, you're kind of going a little bit above what we do every day. But I couldn't tell her that. But, I'm thinking to myself, I said, I guess I'm bombing out here. She goes, no, if you don't know it, that's okay. Just say you don't know. And I'm like to myself, all right, it just was it just caught me in a bad place. And I think I blew it. I'm sure.
No, man, you're gonna go into interviews where you just don't know everything. You're not gonna know everything. You're gonna have interviews where they ask you questions that are kind of a little outdated, or questions that have nothing to do with your job, or some dumb questions like, what's your spirit animal? I don't know, like questions like that, like questions that have nothing to do with IT, and they just start asking you those questions, and they're like, oh, your spirit animal. Okay. He said cat. Oh, okay. I'm gonna write that down. He said cat. I'm not hiring him because he said cat. Like stuff like that. Like, like it's just like questions like even in Google. I don't know if you ever had an interview with Google. They ask some weird questions. They ask very weird questions. Like in Google, they ask weird questions. Like it was all Google related questions. Like how many search results do you get if you search this on Google or something like that. And it's just a bunch of weird questions on Google. Because I have friends that are software developers that work for Google, and they ask him some questions that has nothing to do with software development. It's just all weird IT questions that are not related to software development. It's just like questions that are not related at all to Google. It's just random questions. You can't even answer it. You don't know how to answer it. It's like if you don't know, you don't know. I tell people, you don't know the answer to something, you don't know it. Just say you don't know. Like don't lie to them and be like, oh yeah, I think it's this port number. And you don't say that. Just if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
No one's gonna know everything.
No.
It's impossible. That's impossible. You're gonna know everything.
I used to work for like a insurance company, and then I went to the healthcare side, working with St. Luke's, and I used to work with IBM. To contract with up at a big insurance company here, and I worked there for 5 years, and then I got let go, and then because the contract they actually ran out, so they didn't re-up IBM's contract, and then I went over to St. Luke's, and it's really nice. Working for the healthcare system is different. You got the hospital side, and you got the business side, two different animals that you got to learn. We used to go in there and set up if you ever heard of care nows for St. Luke's, going in and setting up their hospitals. We would go in there, set up the PCs, the monitors, get everything up on the network, go in there and all the closets, patch everything up, and get basically their hospitals up and running, all their care nows. So that's what we did. Nobody ever asked about port numbers. Nobody's ever done anything like that. It was like, yeah, we actually set up the printers. They use something called printer logic. We used to do the MAC addresses, which get sent off to the SEG people. They would get their little queues set up. We come back, we add them in Active Directory, the printers to the actual computers, send them up in Active Directory, and they just move on with life. And, with the healthcare system, they use that Epic. So, we use Citrix to access Epic. So it's called Web EAD. Basically, Epic, it's amazing. You have the desktop support side, and then you have the Epic people.
Mm-hmm.
That's two separate systems, and there's a whole army for Epic, and there's a whole army for the desktop side. And it's crazy how you can think about that is, but they have like 1,000 people over at their plant working just on Epic, and it's crazy. And they never allowed us to touch that stuff. So when it came down to the Epic questions for our customers, we're like, it's not us. They don't allow us to play in there. It's all Citrix, virtual machines, like EDIs, and they don't allow us to play. Now we played a little bit, but they didn't give us the hold arm ball wax. That we couldn't really do much. So
that was the issue I had with my job. Like I work in a hedge fund, and then we have these financial applications that we use that are created by the company itself, and then they ask me questions about that, and I'm like, I don't know how to answer this. what do you want? But Kevin, it's a software. You should know how to answer it. I'm like, no, it's a software, but we don't. It's an in-house software. How the hell am I supposed to answer that question? Like, they ask me questions about a software that the investors use to make money and spend money, and how to deliberately grab the fund and the money and then put it on the pool of money, and how to get routing numbers and account numbers. And I'm like, I don't know how any of this works. Like, you're asking the wrong guy, And then that's the reason why I left my job. I left that job because they were making me do financial support. I signed up for IT support, not financial support. And they start asking me all these crazy questions. I can't answer any of this. So that's the reason why I left that job.
Eddie, you asked what is Epic. Epic is sort of like a patient information system. So if you ever go to the hospital and you see people logging in, maybe at, I don't know what it's like out there in California. I'm sure it's out there. It's everywhere in the United
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Epic is huge. It is huge. Like if you would learn, like you could be an Epic analyst. You could be focused on Epic and do that for a living and not know anything about desktop support. You don't give a hoot about the client sides. You just deal with an Epic and you can make a living in it. I mean, it is huge. I mean, you have, you can, I guess you have to go to school for it a little bit. I mean, they can teach you everything, but it's all about patient information. It's all about the HIPAA stuff. So at the hospital, they have the Epic system there, but that system will go to PA, California, Dallas. And so if you're in Epic anywhere in the world, they can pull up your patient, your actual records and say, okay, Eddie had a heart problem in 2009. Oh, here it is. So in other words, it's tied into one big monster. It's huge. I mean, just like Google, you'll see, they call them I guess they call it modules. I think what it is, each piece is a specific software. And there's like 20, 30, 40, 50 modules. It's crazy. I mean, but that's what the hospitals live on. And when that thing goes down, they don't know how to do their jobs. They just sit there going, yeah, the network's down, Epic's down, we can't do anything. And everyone just stands around going, yep, okay. Until it comes back up, and then everybody can go back to work because that's the only thing they know. So, I mean, there is something that the hospital uses called like a BCA, which if the network does go down, they can go back to paper form. But it's amazing how these young people and everybody else that uses Epic, their heads just turn, around, like, I don't know what the heck's going on here. So, but that's like their backup. They can always go back to paper, but if not, they just sit there and wait for hours on end until the network comes back up or until someone fixes Epic so they can go back in and work. So, yeah, it's huge though. If you do some studying on it, you'll see it's huge. I mean, it's like everywhere. And I think two young guys created it down like their cellar, and now they're like billion trillionaires. It's amazing how it just blew up. Like everybody in the world uses it, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna work for sorry to interrupt you. I was gonna work for HHC actually. Yeah. And desktop support for HHC and because they were hiring at the time a couple years ago. They were hiring for HHC and I was actually looking for the email as you were talking to me on my Gmail account, but I deleted it. I can't find it anywhere. I was gonna get a job for HHC for desktop support level 2. And they were paying, I think, $22 an hour at that time. It was like 4 years ago. It was to work for a hospital, but it's like 3 hospitals. And I was gonna do what you said. They have certain applications that the hospital uses that are very specific to them, and it was all help desk stuff, desktop support. And at the time, I was asking for more money, and the guy wouldn't give me more money. The manager wouldn't give me more money, so I ended up not taking that job. But it was a hospital job. I was working for the hospital, and it's in New York. And I said no because the pay was just too low for me. I wanted more money than that. So
like out here in Pennsylvania, when you talked about the pay earlier, if you go get a job in help desk, you're going to get paid in Pennsylvania here about $17, $18 an hour. Maybe $19 if you're lucky. If you're level 2, they start you out around 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 if you're lucky. And level 3, you got about 25 on up. That's what it is, but that's like the cost of living. I mean, You're in New York, so you're going to get paid a little bit more because cost of living out there is crazy. LA, I'm sure you're probably going to get paid decently, but then again, cost of living is through the freaking roof. You know, out here, the median home is about $200,000, $230,000. In LA, it's probably like $400,000 for a $200,000 home, and New York is probably like the same way. So it's all, you know, when you said earlier about 60, 70,000 for a level 2, I'm like, where the heck is that at? That's definitely not in PA. So, you know, in New York, yeah, the closer you are, I mean, I gotten calls already where, hey, do you want to go work in New York downtown? Like, he's like, you know, I live in Pennsylvania, right? I'm like, it's a little bit of a commute every single day. If I was younger and single and had no responsibilities whatsoever, sure, I think I'd do that for a couple of years and then get burned out and then come back here, you know. But a lot of young guys do that. They actually go there. They in New York, they make their money and then they get the heck out because they get burned out after 2 or 3 years of just killing themselves.
Yeah, I was looking for that. I was looking for the email. I have it on LinkedIn. I can't find it. It's all the way. I got to go back in time to look at it. But they had 6 job openings for HHC for desktop support. That was a while ago, and I applied to it, and then they never called me back for it. Like they never called anyone back for it. So because they didn't have money to hire the people, so they ended up just canceling everything, and then I ended up just working somewhere else. But I was supposed to work for a hospital at some point, and that never happened. I ended up working for the MSP instead. So
hospitals are fun. I mean, when we had to run tickets over at the corporate center. So working in the hospital framework, then walking into their business environment, it's kind of like, whoa, you got to change your way of thinking because the hospital side, when you're inside those hospitals compared when you get into the business side, locally of them, it's like I had to revert back to my CNA days here going, all right, I got to get my mind back to the business applications more so than what they use on the hospital side of their applications. It's a whole different mindset that I had to wrap my head around a little bit. It took me like a day or two to get, but once I got in the flow, I was like, okay, yeah, I could pretty much do this here if I wanted to. Now I kind of got a flow again. You know, but you just got to change your mindset when you walk into those different kind of situations, which is normal, I guess.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. Thanks, Kev. Thanks, Steve, and Dual, is it?
Yep, no problem.
All right. Very informative as usual. Thank you so much.
You're gonna go say a pickup, an IT pickup line to the ladies?
I gotta call my girlfriend up. She gets mad. She's like, you know that IT shit again. I'm trying to learn to make more money.
Oh, okay. Tell her that when you get the IT job and you make a lot of money, she's not gonna say anything. She won't complain anymore.
I know. I'm very lucky. She's not one of those chicks that is into the whole money thing. It's been eye-opening. I've always met girls that I was dating this ex-celebrity for a while. I don't want to say the name. She's a New Yorker. And she was like, oh babe, you got to get another car. And I'm like, you don't have a car. How dare you insult my car? You don't have a car. It's like, anyway.
I don't have a car. I don't drive either.
You're in New York, you don't need a car.
Yeah, I pick girls up with scooters. That's it. Pick girls up with scooters.
Anyway, I knew a guy that he was a doctor and he drove 2 cars. He had a Mercedes-Benz and he had a piece of shit Toyota Corolla. And I said, why are you driving a piece of shit Toyota Corolla? He goes, I don't tell women I'm a doctor because they latch on for the money and the financial security. You can't tell. Mm-hmm. He says it's very hard to tell when a girl likes you for you or for your money. And he wasn't even bad-mouthing the women. He just said, this is not what he said. This is what I kind of say. If a girl has to choose between identical twins, identical personalities, one's a millionaire, one's broke, who you gonna go with? You're gonna go with the money. They're identical. They're the same. Anyway, I don't want to turn this into a
yeah. That's why I don't. That's why if whenever I date or whatever or talk to a girl, I don't tell her where I work or anything. I don't tell her any of that because when they start asking about that, they're gonna be like, oh, he make money. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna date him, you know. Like I can't do that, you know. Can't do that. I just if she asks me, I just tell her I'm a freelance artist. I'm a freelance artist and in mind and spirit, I'm freelance and all I do is eat all day and just stay home, you know, just
yeah.
You know. I'm a struggling artist that eats pizza all day, you know. It's say something like that, you know. You could tell I have the beer and everything, you know. So
you look like
just struggling artist.
One of the Renaissance painters, like Michelangelo.
Yeah, exactly. So they asked me, like, yeah, I'm a painter. You know, I paint. I think you don't work IT. No, I don't do IT. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what a computer is. All I do is just paint. I paint all day, and that's it. And freelance.
A question popped into my mind. You said that you worked for. I'll skip it. I'll go right to the point. I go off on tangents. When you get hired as help desk, I guess it depends. You're not like fixing. Are you fixing computers? Like
Me?
the computer breaks?
Me?
No. In general, what do you guys think?
Me, we don't do break and fix anymore. We just give them a new computer.
You just give them a new computer. Yeah. Okay. Good, because you know the whole tech side is like, I can do it, but it sounds like a bit of a drag.
If you're help desk, you're not even touching your computer. You're just on the phone, trying to remote in, doing it. Level 2, like Kevin and me, whatever, you know, with our jobs, we're physically touching stuff, you know. But as far as doing anything with computers, there's not much.
Okay. So what? Stuff is under warranty. What, you just send it back? And
yeah, you just give it. You let the vendor deal with it. You don't deal with it. You let the vendor deal with it. So it's Dell or HP, whatever. They deal with it, or you just give them a new computer. The company has money. They just give them a new computer. You know. We don't deal with it. We're not gonna deal with changing a hard drive or changing RAM or changing a motherboard. That's crazy.
I went to Ireland and I went to London.
What the? Yeah, so we're not gonna deal with all that. You know, that's just.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. You know, we don't deal with that. The only time you open a computer is if someone wants you to upgrade their memory or something like that. But that's about it. That's probably about it. You don't really change motherboards. And like I had to open a laptop recently actually and change the memory on it. So, but that's about it. Like, and then we have like the software problems that we had to deal with. Somebody was on the phone for 1 hour because the person couldn't log into their computer. And then they reached out to me and called me and they're like, Kevin, you know how to fix this? I'm like, yeah, just use this program. Well, that program doesn't fix it. I'm like, just listen to me. Please don't just say it's not gonna work. Just listen to me. And then they listened to me and then the person was able to log in. The computer wasn't working, then they were able to log in. I'm like, I didn't know that program does that. I'm like, yeah, it does that. Just ask me. I know how to fix it. I've seen that problem before. And the people when I give someone a solution, they don't want to listen to me. So why are you asking me for help if you're not going to listen to me? So it's just it annoys the hell out of me, you know. Like I'm like, you're gonna ask me for help. Why are you asking me for help if you're not gonna listen to me? Like why are you asking for help? You know, that happened to me yesterday. So someone called yesterday. Someone had an issue. I knew how to fix it. I knew how to fix the problem, and then they don't want to listen to me. Another IT tech, they didn't want to listen to me. I'm like, you do this and it's gonna work. But that program doesn't do that. It's not designed to do that. I'm like, it's gonna work. I had this issue before. It's gonna fix that problem. Just do it. Don't argue with me. Just do it. And then they did it, and then it worked. Then when it worked, they didn't say anything to me. They were just quiet. They didn't say, oh my bad, I'm sorry. They didn't say anything to me. They're like, oh, it worked. I don't know why it worked, but it worked. I'm like, you know, because sometimes in my job, no offense to anyone, but sometimes in my job, I deal with stupid issues, like issues that you've never seen in your life before. And then I deal with dumb issues that people have never seen before. And then when it doesn't happen to anyone, it only happens to me. I don't know why it happens to me. I always deal with dumb issues that are just random, like super random for some reason. and then it happens to me maybe once or twice, and then it doesn't happen to anyone else. And then when someone else has that issue, they don't know how to fix it. And then for some reason, I know how to fix it. And then I fix it, and they look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, it's because I seen that issue before. But I have like bad luck with this because sometimes I have tickets that are issues that I have never seen in my life before. And then sometimes I have to figure out how to fix it. It's happened to me a lot. Like, I don't know why I have weird issues I've never seen before. And somehow I have to fix it. Somehow I end up, somehow that ticket or that issue ends up going to me for some reason. Nobody wants to fix it. So they just give it to me. And I let Kevin figure it out. He'll probably know how to fix it. I'm like, why are you giving me this ticket? I don't want to deal with this. Come on. Happens to me all the time. It's just, you know.
Eddie, with that situation you said before, basically what we used to do is, let's say you troubleshooted down like to the motherboard, and you know that there's a motherboard issue. So then what happens is that first of all you would see if that computer is under warranty. If it is under warranty, then you would put in ticket in. It's called like a vendor ticket. Then you put in a vendor ticket. That vendor ticket would go to Dell, Lenovo, HP, whatever. Then what they do is that they send like a third party, somebody from a third party person on out to your site with the replacement motherboard, hard drive, whatever it is, whatever's going on with the actual laptop screen, the whatever's going on with that. They come out, they fix it, they boot it back up, it's working. You get the laptop back in your hands. You go ahead, you close out the ticket saying it's been repaired. You give it, then you set up a time to go back, make it go back to the customer. You give it back to the customer, or if you already did a swap, like if you gave them another PC and a laptop, you just put that one back in inventory, you re-image it, whatever you got to do, and give it on, then it's ready to go on back out to the next user. That's how you run those things.
A lot of those issues that we deal with, like mostly 10 out of 10 usually we deal with the vendor and then we have them deal with it. We don't it's usually a vendor thing. So like if someone has a laptop, whatever, we just contact the vendor and then they change the hard drive or change the memory or whatever. And obviously if it's not under warranty, then you just buy them a new computer or whatever. We're not gonna waste our time with that.
You just send it back over to the
I'm not gonna sit here and spend 5 hours troubleshooting a computer that you could just give them a new computer. It's just, especially if it's a computer that's like has Windows 7, has 4 gigs of RAM. The computer's close to dying, and you could just give them a new computer. Like I'm not gonna sit here and troubleshoot that. That's crazy. And you have that. Like you'll have like I'm pretty sure Steven knows what I'm talking about. You'll have that with people that have old computers that they're trying to remote into their computer in the office. And they have an old computer that is like a dinosaur with 4 gigs of RAM or 2 gigs of RAM. And they want you troubleshooting their personal computer. And then their computer is just like really, really slow for no reason. And they don't want to buy a new computer. They're attached to that computer that they have that's extremely old. And they're trying to get work done with it. And it doesn't work properly. And you're trying to explain to them, just buy a new computer. Please, for the love of God, just buy a new computer. And they're like, no. Computer's still working. Why would I want to buy a new computer? That happens all the time. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised with people. And I don't know if Steven could, agree with me on that, but you'd be surprised.
I definitely agree with that. Yes. People are creatures of habit. Anything changes on their computer, something like that, even when we go to swap them up, like do like a PC refresh. If an icon's out of place, why is that out of place for? Because it's a new computer and you haven't moved them around yet. Like, well, I don't know how to click on that if it's moved. Like, really? Okay, so you gotta make it almost look exactly like it did before to let them be comfortable with the new operating system. You gotta really cater to people like, okay, because some people are older. I mean, you got the older generation, you got the younger generation. All right, they pretty much know how to do everything. But when it comes to the older ones, it has to be almost identical to what you had before. And if it's not,
you mean older than us, right?
Yeah. Some people, I'm close to actually like retirement age. When I used to work up down at the healthcare, in the insurance part, these ladies, their heads blew up. And we went from XP to Windows 7.
Oh God.
Their heads just like
blew up. When I had my job experience, it was a 3-hour job. I got into 3 hours.
What? All right, mute it. I don't know. I just got muted. They muted themselves.
Yeah, so that part there. I mean, now people are going from Windows 7 to Windows 10. Their heads are blowing up.
Oh, it looks so different.
I love my Windows 7 machine. I know, but Microsoft's not supporting it, and your company can. I mean, and we're getting docked. We need to upgrade you. But like, I'm going to lose everything. You're not going to lose everything. I swear to God, I will transfer all your profile over to a secure drive. We'll transfer everything back over again. You'll be loving life. But like, oh. And then once I show them, like, you know, it takes like 10, 20 minutes to actually do like an upgrade. And they're like, that was it. I'm like, that's it. Like, we're done. And they're like, oh, wow.
Where's my start menu? My start menu is not there anymore in the bottom left-hand side. Why can't I add a computer or a printer? Where's my share drive? I can't find my share drive.
Yeah.
Why does the taskbar look different? Why does this thing Cortana keeps popping up when I'm trying to search for something? What is this?
Knock that down, the actual.
You know, like you get things like that, you know.
I know it is crazy though, but you have to talk them off a ledge. I mean, like, no. I'm like, well, when do you want? I mean, the worst people are doctors. They need to be able to save your life. They won't be able to turn on a goddamn freaking computer. They're like, where's the power switch? That little switch right there, or a monitor, or they call monitors computers. Like, really, I get up here because of the monitor? Well, no, if that's a computer, I'm like, that's the monitor. Oh, but then again, they can save your life. You want them to save, but they can do, you know, even brain like certain, you know, the people.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, but you have that like the guy. Like I remember, I was talking to someone that's not tech savvy, and he's like, I have the best computer in the world. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have 2 computers and it's 2 monitors. I have 2 computers. This is great. My computer is extremely fast. I have 2 computers. I have 2 computers right over here. And I'm like that. You just have 1 computer that's plugged into the 2 monitors. You don't have 2 computers. You just have 1 computer. And like, you know, and then I have to be serious about it. Like, I don't want to laugh in their face, you know. So I'm just like, I fix the problem, whatever problem they have, and I walk away and I just like die laughing. You know, I'm just like dying laughing. Like you have 1 computer, you don't have 2 computers. Yeah, I have 2 monitors. Yo, Kevin, I have 2. Like he's like so serious. I'm not even joking. He's like so serious about it. Like, Kevin, you have no idea. They upgraded me. I'm like, what do you mean? I have 2 computers now. I have 2. See those 2 monitors? I have 2 computers now. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Funny. All right, guys, take it easy. Thank you so much. It was very.
All right, Eddie.
I learned a lot. Thank you.
All right. All right.
All right, Eddie. Take care.
Take care.
All right, take care, man. So Steven knows what I'm talking about. They're like, there's the 2 monitors, and they're like, oh, I have more processing power now. I have 2 computers. I'm like, this is a monitor. That's not a computer. It's not the same thing. Oh my God.
Yeah, the hardest people to deal with are doctors. Doctors, they are very difficult to deal with. I mean, they're smart. I'll give them credit. They are very intelligent human beings, but when it comes to what they only do what they need to do on the computer, and if something's changed, they do not like that. Like, they just don't. They want it to be exactly like it was before, and they are very, very serious about it. They will get mad at you if you don't do it the exact same way it was before, because they are creatures of habit. They take care of their patient, they put in their information, and they, in an Epic or whatever they got to do within Citrix, and if everything is not there, they just go off on you. It's like, and they will yell at you. They don't care. They are the bosses. I mean, they are the bosses there at those hospitals. I mean, they make them plot them, and they make the company money. So they're kind of like the CEOs there. And when a doctor comes calling, you go running. You drop everything and you just running down the damn halls as fast as you can, going, help you, sir? Like, what's going on? And, I mean, a lot of them are pretty cool, but a lot of them.
No, they're good. You're not people like that. I had someone that they thought a computer was a printer, and I'm like, this is a printer. So do you know what that is? It's like, it's a computer, right? I'm like, no, it's not. Paper comes out of it. You send a job from your computer, and then a printer paper comes out of it. I thought this was a computer. I'm like, no, it's not a computer. This is a printer. this is not a computer. It's not the same thing. And then, you know, I spent like 10 minutes explaining what this is and how it works and everything. And then, you know, we're okay after that. But that happens sometimes. Like, I don't know why. They think a printer is a computer for some reason. I worked for the Department of Education. So I had people that don't know how to turn the computer on. The internet cable's not plugged in. The keyboard and mouse is not plugged in. Their monitor is not on. So the computer is on, but their monitor is not on. The power cable on the switch is not on. You know, like things like that. Like they're really good at their job, but then when it comes to actually using a computer, they're not tech savvy. They just don't know what they're doing on their computer, unfortunately.
9 times out of 10, sometimes it's the cleaning people at night.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they get their things caught underneath. They start pulling on things. The next morning you come in, and all of a sudden the network cable's yanked out a little bit. The power cords are unplugged.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my monitor's not coming on. This is not coming on. You know, maybe was I'm like, my first question is, was the office clean last night? Yeah, they come in every night. Well, let's, you know, maybe shove that power plug up in that, make sure it sucks up in there, you know, and try it now. Oh, it works. There you go. All right, see you later. You know what I mean? Things like that, you know.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna go.
All right.
Yeah, but let's do this. I really like this. So, Kev, are you gonna be doing it weekly or?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on Saturdays on 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Perfect. That's around 7 p.m. That's perfect time. All right, cool, man. Thanks for everything, though. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Thank you too. Thank you for joining us. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm probably gonna leave too because I have to go eat. I'm starving right now, like starving Marvin right now. So I'm probably gonna head out as well because I am. You know, the meeting has been going for 3 hours now.
Oh wow.
So I am gonna get out of here. I have to eat. You know, I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot either. I wish I was, but I'm not. You know.
Yeah.
So.
No.
Hey, Kevin, what is the secret of your energy? Like, what do you eat?
I believe it or not, I fast a lot. So I fast, believe it or not. So
I thought fasting makes people weak.
No, it doesn't.
No?
Your body gets used to it. It doesn't.
Oh.
It's actually, there's a lot of health benefits. So if you're over 30 years old or 40 or 50, there's a lot of health benefits to fasting. I don't know if you guys know that, but fasting is good for your body. So it's good for your health. So you actually, if you fast 18 hours or more, you actually build hormones and testosterone in your body. It's been proven. Actually, if you check online and health guidance and stuff like that, it's actually really good for your body. So that's the reason why I fast. There are health benefits for men. That's why I do it. It's not because.
How long do you fast in a day?
It's like typically you could do 18 hours or more, but I do like the 16-hour fast typically. So
you have water then, or no water left?
Sorry?
You have water at least?
Yeah. So you can have water, but you have to, if you fast, it's good for you. There's a lot of benefits to it.
Okay.
It also promotes autophagy and a few other things. It's good for your body. So that's the reason why I do it. It's not because I feel like doing it. It's because it's good for your health. That's why I do it. So, you know, that's why. So you shouldn't be eating all the time. You got to let your stomach rest too. You shouldn't be eating 3 times, 4 times, but you know, and I don't want to talk about that because this is an IT, you know, video, you know, I'm going to talk about that. But when you eat, when you're eating all the time, you know, you're killing your insulin levels like crazy. You know, you're putting your insulin levels up and down every time you're eating. You shouldn't be eating all the time. You mess up your insulin levels. You don't want to do that. So I think Steven knows what I'm talking about, you know. And then if you're diabetic too, you don't want to be eating all the time, you know, and your insulin goes up and down like crazy. If you gotta know how to properly eat, you know. And that's the reason why people get tired too. When you eat a lot of carbs, you get tired. You eat for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then all of a sudden you're tired and you crash. You know, it's because of that. You know, it's nothing else. It's not. It's a lot of health things. You know, it's health. It's some stuff about health. You know, but this is an IT channel. I'm not gonna talk about that. So that's basically what it is. So, hey, how do you delete the recent? Hey, Kevin, how come you did it? I didn't delete the recent streams. The other one, YouTube blocked it. YouTube blocked the stream. So if I talk about the virus, I can't talk about that. YouTube blocks it. You're not allowed to talk about that. Just YouTube blocks it, unfortunately. I'm not allowed to upload that video. So if I start talking about...
Oh, that is so unfair, Kevin. It's not to block.
No, it's every channel. Everyone that does live streams, anyone on YouTube that talks about the virus, like the actual name of it, you start talking about it, then you can't upload the video. It won't let you. It blocks it. YouTube blocks it. Wow. It's just that's why like I can't even talk about it. It blocks it, you know. So.
We need to escalate this to the Google CEO then, Kevin. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, that's what they start blocking your YouTube channel if you start talking about certain things. And it's very strict right now. And they have a robot that checks all that. There's like a robot that, and then if the robot finds you talk about it, and they block it. And then you have to ask for like a physical review by somebody physically from YouTube to check. And then after that, they might allow it, or they might just delete your video. You can't talk about it. It just won't let you, unfortunately. It's really dumb. So that's what it is. So that's why I try not to talk about that. You know, start talking about that, they're gonna block the video. They just block the whole thing, and then this whole video that we talked about today would just randomly get blocked because they feel like it. You know, you can't talk about that. So, and it's not just me. They're doing that with Job Skillshare and a bunch of other YouTubers. Everyone on YouTube, they block it. You talk about that, they just block it because that's YouTube. They feel like it. You know, that's a YouTube thing. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with them because that's what, you know, they don't want me to talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. Simple as that. So it's dumb. But yeah. I'm gonna let you guys go. Steven, thank you for participating. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh.
And I like that shirt, by the way. The Reese's shirt.
Reese's peanut butter cup.
Peanut butter cup, man. And I like peanut butter cups. I like peanut butter cups and Butterfingers.
Hershey's only like an hour away from my house, so. You know.
Yeah. My friend went to the Hershey's factory, and he brought chocolate. He brought me a bunch of chocolate.
Oh, so, yeah.
Can't complain.
Pretty fun.
Definitely, we'll do this again next week. I'll be back live at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you guys want to join, just feel free to join. I'll send you the link. Give me a like. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have a good weekend. And I hope you guys stay safe. And one last thing, I know you guys probably are not religious or anything. Happy Easter, and take care of your family. All right, you guys take care. I'm hanging up.
Take care of yourself.
Happy Easter.
All right, happy Easter. Take care. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.